From Champaign, Illinois, this is the Jumping the Rail podcast with your hosts Mark Redmond and Mike Nargelinas. All right, welcome to episode 23 of the Jumping the Rail podcast from Champaign, Illinois. This is Mark Redmond, and I'm actually not joined by my tag team partner, Mike Nargelinas, this evening because he has work obligations.
He got a job.
We're so proud of him. Plus,
by the way, he's at, what's it called, Mid-States?
Yeah.
Mid-State on Springfield Avenue in Champaign. I think if you go open a bank account there with him, he might get a picture with you.
Yeah? Let's look for the bald guy with the beard, and that'd be him.
That's half of Champaign-Urbana,
well,
including some of the women.
And 80% of the wrestling fanship of male viewers. I'm a little bummed he's not here, though, Marco. I wanted to hear more about Murray and the fire alarm.
Oh, that was the best story today. I was like, that kid rocks.
Oh, man.
For those that don't know Murray yet, he's the littler version of Kyler and the bigger version of Baker.
He's the one
he's
that
a mini
curses us.
Narge.
He does the curse. But no, he's so...
Hello, Dwayne.
Is he first?
He's here now, yes.
All right. Hello, Dwayne. But, yeah, hopefully Narge will be able to call in later on once he's done with what he's got going on. But if not, fear not, because we have a special guest co-host with us, Marco.
Who's that?
Well, we got our buddy Minderz back with us, our 01 expert.
I am back.
How you doing,
Minderz? Wave at everybody.
Oh,
Oh, shit. Look at that, guys. There's a little video action going on.
We're alpha testing this video setup here, so eventually we can actually do full video on these shows.
Sorry, Narge, I took your seat.
He's got no excuse. He's not here.
Minderz on the Narge cam.
Plus, besides that, throw the. There we go.
All right. So
Minderz.
we're not
paid her
sponsored
dues.
by, but we are sponsored by.
The People's
Thank you
Tequila.
again, Minderz. We love this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
End of the show. There should be none left. Thank you very much.
Well, if Narge was here, there'd be none left.
He may show up now that he's probably listening on the way up and go, oh shit, I'm gonna stop in. Terramana.
Hey, you told me if I wanted to come back, I had to bring it. So,
What you know, we kind of like that. We're getting paid to have them guest host.
Right? What in God's name is that in front of your cup, Minderz?
I
Oh,
don't know.
that was the best pop yet.
That was the best.
That was a
pop.
good one.
I don't know. It's
Why
not-
is there a Hulk Hogan there next to your microphone?
I didn't bring it.
Oh, here's Hulk. Hulk is one of our studio.
He's have him look right at me. Why
Perfect.
don't you?
Make him look at him.
That's right. He's going to stare you down all the time because you and Narge disagree on
Just
his
for that,
value.
I'm gonna get a Macho Man, have it facing Narge's.
I think that would be perfect. And when you guys do that, get me a what was her name from years ago? Little blonde cutie.
Alexa Bliss.
That's her. Get me an Alexa
From
Bliss.
years ago.
Well, there was
weeks
one
ago?
before. There was one before her though. That was back
Trish,
in.
Trish Stratus.
That might be her.
Okay.
I like me some Trish.
Yeah.
She's a good egg.
Daramana, anyone?
You know
Not
what? Why
yet.
not? I had
Are
a
you
couple-
still grabbing Ubers to get here? The Stacy Ubers,
I'm-
the
I'm-
Stubers.
My ride-sharing app is called Stacy.
Right, right. Do not look that up on your app stores.
Yeah, please don't. I have to trademark that.
Minder's not a tequila drinker, so she brought along with her. Hold on a minute. What do we got here?
Is it
We
little
got
Captain?
we got some Pirates rum,
Yep.
some Captain Morgan.
Yarr, matey.
That's acceptable. I'm gonna steal some of that too.
So,
I'm gonna
That's
mix
fine.
drinks.
so
literally.
Marco, if we don't get into some wrestling, Dwayne's gonna get really mad at us.
He'll get over it.
So,
Hey Hammer, howdy. We see you, brother.
hi Hammer.
Hi, Hammer.
So I guess to not sound pretentious, we should probably talk about the top story going around, which is
Jeff Hardy.
old Jeff got in trouble again, Marco.
Yes, he did.
As I understand it, and hang on, let me find it because I saw what the actual full charges were, and I don't want to.
Well,
Well, I know. Johnny Law had to pull the guns on him.
Yeah,
what I
I guess
heard.
he had a little trouble stopping the car, as I
A
understand it.
little.
Let's see. Charges of driving while license canceled / suspended / revoked. Violation of restrictions placed on driver's license and DUI. Third offense within 10 years.
Yeah, he's
That's
a wreck.
not good.
He's a fucking wreck. And I just saw a little while ago, I don't know if we posted it or it was somewhere else, but AEW has suspended him until he gets
Yes.
substance abuse help.
Tony suspended
Khan?
him without pay, and then
You
said-
mean...
that's the guy. So Jeff has to get help, and from what I understand, he's open to it. From what he said, so hopefully he actually does get it.
He's been down this road more than once though, and
Several-
I don't
several
mean
times.
like off
Not-
the
no,
road
no, no.
literally, but you know he's had his abuse issues,
It's,
right? Substance issues.
When
Yes.
when Jeff left the WWE the last time, it was after he walked out on the match, and everybody thought it was a shrewd plan to get out of his contract, and the WWE offered him rehab, and he declined it and went to AEW. I'm starting to think maybe they weren't too far off with their
I've
assumptions.
seen some other things where the match between him and Darby, he's been trying to self-medicate, and that's what's brought a lot of it on. And I could see that happening because that match was brutal.
Yeah, it's a slippery slope, and I don't want to see. I'm not a big fan of the Hardys, but you want to see the guy healthy and
Right.
not put himself in or his opponents or people on the streets in danger. So
Correct.
hopefully he gets the help that he needs.
Hey, Dwayne, Jeff Hardy just being released outright. Right now, he's being suspended without pay until he gets substance abuse help. Which
he's
means,
not fired.
Right. But that's a better thing for AEW than to just flat release him. If they suspend him without pay, make him get help, they get to keep him under contract. So if he gets the help, they have a really viable guy. If they just dump his ass, he'll find himself a promotion to wrestle for,
And they won't care
probably
about him.
won't get the help. So I think this is actually the better move by Tony.
Yeah, and
Well,
Plus-
but Vince offered it too.
yeah,
He offered it back then.
I wonder if Matt talked him into being open to it this time,
I hope so.
because Matt's usually a pretty sound voice of reason. With
What was
Jeff.
it that he blew? Didn't
It was
they
a
s- it's like
2.9.
0.2.
Two
Change.
leprechauns and sorry.
No.
It was 294, I think.
Was it 294?
Yeah, which is pretty heavy.
Triple.
Yeah,
what it should be.
point 0.29 is
Yeah,
how
legal
the
limit.
fuck were you driving?
I'm not sure what
Exactly.
the legal limit in North Carolina is. It's like 0.08.
Oh, he was in Florida.
0.08 usually, yeah.
He was in Florida. He
Oh, in
wasn't
Florida
North
they have like
Carolina.
multiple different levels,
Oh,
right? Because if
shit.
you're an old person on a certain drug, you're allowed to drive. And
Yeah,
I can
And
tell
it
you
was
this:
like, what, 12:30 in the morning, or like
it was
at noon.
after midnight.
No, it was at noon.
Was it
They
noon?
changed the time.
Oh wow!
Because
Yeah.
if you
Because I
watch,
originally read it was at midnight.
well, the video they had that's
I
where
was
he
just
got
having
arrested,
some mimosas.
it was light. It was like
Damn.
middle of the day.
It's crazy.
So it makes you wonder. Was he
I can
have
tell
he been
y'all
drinking
from
since last night?
Yeah.
I can tell y'all from actual experience here that I walked out of a bar one night, and when I say walked, that's probably a
With help.
I definitely had a little help. I wasn't, I don't tend to get drunk and stumble, but I definitely was like probably needing to be told, "Hey, come on this way. Here you go." And a friend of mine, and this is all under the the anonymous here because no one gets in trouble, was a police officer in the area that I was in, and I walked right up to him and I said, "Hey, I'm drunk as fuck, and I'm not driving. They got my keys, but I want to know what you think how drunk I am." So they gave me a breathalyzer test, and I thought, I'm gonna blow like 0.96 or something. I mean, I was blotto. I blew a 0.145,
Wow.
and I knew at that juncture that I shouldn't be trying to steer a fucking big wheel down a driveway, let alone get on a bike or get in a car and do anything.
Yeah.
How the fuck are you gonna go 0.2 anything?
No, that was
And
2.9.
drive. No, it was 0.29. 2.9 would be 2,900%. You'd be fucked.
Right.
But
0.29.
but 0.29, which is
Either way,
literally
it's
that's
awful.
literally double what I was, and I couldn't do that.
Right.
How the fuck people can do that? Anyways,
That's what I get for reading the news without my glasses on. So, lesson
Well, and I
learned.
could be wrong, but that was what I had read earlier.
Hey, Minderz, we buried the lead without thinking about it. We got into this Jeff talk. We forgot to talk about our guest today.
I'm super excited. I'm sporting her merch today.
It's a milestone for the show. It's our first female wrestler to call in
the
to the
best
show.
thing ever.
She's great.
Yeah, former 01USA women's champion.
Hopefully soon.
For
to
my
be
money,
new one.
future. Yeah, she's
Now,
got.
how many women are in the 01 promotion?
I think it just depends, doesn't it?
It really depends. They bring in a lot from other companies too. So if you really break it down, there's 4 that I would consider that are actual.
I just got scolded.
You did. You got
by
yelled
Marco.
at. You keep hitting things.
So yeah, we're very excited about our guest, and we should probably say her name.
Rain Victoria,
Nice.
the authentic.
Yeah,
Nice.
I got to meet her at the last 01 show a few weeks ago.
She's so great.
She's super cool.
Really nice.
Yeah. And yeah, we're very excited to have
awesome.
her on. So yeah, that'll be in about 20 minutes or so. She'll be calling in.
She's zooming us.
She's zooming in.
Cool, cool.
From the land of farmers' daughters, Iowa.
Since we're on 01 a little bit here,
Sure.
did y'all happen to catch AEW Dark last night?
I was having issues with my internet last night, but I saw Camaro was on, Bishop was on, and Max the Impaler was on. All 01 champions.
Yes. That was, Max the Impaler is the women's champion.
Right.
Camaro is the the heavyweight champion.
Yeah, future guest.
And exactly. Then we have SK Bishop, which is the tag team champion. He's part of the Premier.
Yeah,
so
Premier represented. The
they
tag match.
did. And they did really well, actually.
Now, the Premier guys wrestled Private Party, right?
Yes, they did.
And how was the match? I'm not a big fan of
Short.
Private Party.
Here's the thing, and this is not a knock on them by any means, but you watch the Dark like that, and you know they're going to bury the local talent,
Yeah, it's basically enhancement matches.
and it sucks because what the guys are doing, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, but at the same time, I know they're better than what they were doing.
Yeah.
and that's frustrating. Camaro had a couple good comebacks. SK, to his usual, was the poor guy that gets beat up, but he held his own.
Right.
He held his own.
Right.
Max.
Who did she work?
Max the Impaler. Nyla Rose.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's kind of fits in with the Pride theme this month.
Exactly. If it would have been a legit match, like not on camera, I wanted to see that.
Yeah.
I would love to see that.
Dwayne is
David
wondering-
Cavazos should try booking Nyla Rose for a
Speaking
01
of David
show.
Cavazos, he is listening to this.
Is
Hey,
he
David.
listening? Hi, Dave.
How's it
Howdy,
going, David?
He says Fitchett and Vega were on Rampage as well.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
That's
So-
right. I forgot.
And Dwayne wonders, should he start watching Dark? Isn't the rule of thumb around here, if you like wrestling, watch all the fucking wrestling?
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
I mean, what is this? Should I?
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with supporting all the shows that are out there.
You watch Murray do choke slams on Facebook Live. You can watch
Right.
wrestling otherwise.
But no, I mean, YouTube's got so much good stuff. They got Dark, Elevation, they got the NWA Power, NWA USA going on. So there's all kinds of good wrestling out there on YouTube you can watch for free.
Have you ever heard of Tootie Lynn? She was the little blue dragon. She's been at 01.
Yeah.
She. Oh, you gotta love Terra Mom. But she actually wrestled Serena Deeb and Mercedes, and the poor thing, Mercedes and Serena just tried to one up each other the entire time, and they got destroyed. Oh shoot, I forget who her partner was. Actually, it was somebody important. Let me look.
Probably Ruby Soho or something.
No. Ruby fought Maxie Impaler. Maxie Impaler has a tag team partner. And hold on. I had this discussion with a couple of my friends because we were all watching it last night.
Nice.
Because we were excited because a lot of the guys that do come out of St. Louis come up to 01. So, and I did forget. That's right. Fitchett and Vega got destroyed. It was fun to watch.
Who do they work?
Keith Lee? No, not Keith Lee.
Butcher and the Blade or somebody like that?
No. Hold on. Talk. I'm going to figure this
Oh,
out.
okay. So while she's figuring that out, Marco, we should probably bring everybody up to speed on our latest merchandise that we just put up today.
We today finally posted our very first. I lost my fucking train of thought.
Pride t-shirt?
I gotta drink fucking tequila.
When
Yes,
you can't think,
our
tequila
first
is the
Pride
solution.
shirt. Okay, something that we are all in agreement on is wrestling is for everyone.
Yes.
And everyone is inclusive of all.
Right.
And this being Pride Month, we came up with a design we thought would say that. Of course, our logo's on the front because we want people to know who we are.
Yep.
And on the back, it just says pro wrestling is for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
We'd really, really like it if you guys bought the shirts.
Yep.
Number one, because we're starting to move towards a camera-based system. That's right. You're going to have to look at our ugly fucking faces. And that might cost us a little more as far as streaming costs go. But beyond that, we want people wearing our shirts, walking around with them. If you go to wrestling events and you have these things on, people see them.
wore mine
We've gotten some different. In fact, today, just so everybody knows, we have a listener in Australia and one in the United Kingdom in England. which is awesome. And we want to thank you guys for tuning in because that is awesome. We know you guys, well, in England, you're 6 or 7 hours ahead of us. So right now it's the middle of your night. I'm not exactly sure what time it is in Oz right now, but, you know,
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I would really genuinely be curious if one of those listeners wanted to one day work out to become a live guest. I'd like to hear about wrestling in their respective, because we know about New Japan,
Yeah.
and we know about our stuff.
Well, I'll tell you this. I love watching wrestling in the UK.
Okay.
They got some really, really good talent there. Not just like the people that the average fan might know from NXT UK. You go to Revolution Pro, you go to Progress. There's all kinds of great promotions around the United Kingdom. Australia, I don't know a whole lot about. I know there's plenty of Australian talent all around the world.
Most of them are rock singers.
Well, but like you go to New Japan, there's wrestlers from New Zealand and from Australia. Then Tony Storm and AEW's Australian, Rhea Ripley's Australian.
Yep.
So they're all over the place. But I don't know a whole lot about the actual territories in Australia.
Right.
So I'd love to find out about that kind of stuff.
That would be awesome. Yeah.
So this is our open invite to our international listeners. If you ever,
That's right.
if you're awake at whatever time it is that
What's
we're
the direct contact? jumpingtherailpod@gmail.com if you want to email us, because we understand that connecting is a little tough, so email always work.
Or on this Facebook page.
On our Facebook page.
Our
I believe
Twitter.
these listeners are actually Podbean listeners, so they don't actually go to our Facebook, but facebook.com/ is it Jumping the Rail? Is that our short? Yeah.
Instagram is @Jumping the Rail. Twitter @JTR Pod.
Right. So find us.
So yeah, hit us up, man. We'd love to talk to you.
So Pride shirts, they're on sale. Their base price is $21.99. We don't set the prices.
Right.
We also don't set the deals. So if there's a T-shirt deal that comes along from Pro Wrestling Tees, take advantage of it, because it doesn't affect us, but it might get you a little bit of a deal.
Right. And I'll always post those up on the Facebook page as they come, because they
when the
send those
coupons
to
and
us.
stuff show up. Yes.
Yeah. Usually around holidays.
I wore my Jumping the Rail shirt to the WWE.
Awesome.
Nice.
But State Farm.
Did anybody notice?
Yeah, but it was like Joe.
Oh, well, you know, it's always nice when a fan sees another fan.
Right? Exactly.
But that's awesome.
Yeah,
still.
I was at that WWE show a couple weeks ago.
I didn't get to see you, but I saw Joe and Michelle. And
Kyle and Brianna were sitting the next row over from me and friend of the show, Gary Vasilio.
Yes, Gary. Yeah.
I was on the
complained
floor.
the entire show.
Yeah, about the storyline or the wrestling or the sandwich prices. Which one?
The wrestling. When Gary and I watch wrestling, we turn into Statler and Waldorf from the Muppets.
That sounds like me and Lamandola when we talk about pretty much anything.
I figured out who Fitchett and Vega fought.
Oh yeah.
They fought Jay Lethal and
Singh.
Yeah, that guy.
I saw he had his first match last night.
Sing or Sting?
Santam Singh, 7
Sing.
foot.
Okay, because Sting was a guy
Indian
before,
fellow.
like in the Bad Boy era or whatever,
and
right?
Singh landed on both of them, and it looked like Fitchett took the worst of it.
Yeah.
And I didn't enjoy it
No.
at all, because he's my favorite.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully, future guest of the show. He expressed interest when I talked to him at the 0-1 show.
Awesome.
There's a couple other guys. Jimmy Carrot I need to reach out to. He accepted my friend request on Facebook, so now I feel like
did he?
we can
Good.
move forward with that. Because as I understand, he's interested.
He's very interested.
So,
But he's also somebody that listens, or he watches wrestling anyway, so he has his own opinions.
so he could be a potential just guest co-host sometime.
Possibly.
Where's he based out of, Minderz?
He 0-1 is his main one.
I mean, like town. Like, where's he?
Bloomington,
Oh, okay. So he's not that.
Illinois
Hey.
or Indiana?
Illinois.
Okay, just checking.
I mean,
Indiana,
no,
yeah.
I don't
Just
know.
checking. Minder's like, I don't know his exact address, but it's
I
a white
don't.
house with second floor easy access windows. What?
That is not what I'm. You're a jerk, Marco.
So another thing we wanted to bring up, in about, I guess it'd be a month and a half, we have our big 1 year anniversary episode coming up.
Officially
on August 9th.
Right. August 11th is our official 1 year anniversary, but we thought we better do the episode 2 days before on our normal Tuesday and not wait 2 weeks later.
Yeah, and I'm working on trying to get a guest lined up for that. But
Yep. I think if it were up to me, and I tell you what, listeners, y'all should chime in with who you want to hear from, understanding the limitations in front of us. But I would almost want to say maybe one of our favorite guests that we had before would be a good one to bring back. I'm not sure who. I'm just saying that's always an opportunity.
no, that's definitely something I've been considering. But I mean, we could always bring back Fonzie for a part 2. We could bring
That
back Barry
was who
Horowitz
I
for a part
thought.
2.
Fonz, who?
Barry Horowitz.
Horowitz.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, the Barry Horowitz was probably my favorite interview of all of them. A lot of life there. He was the guy that kept his Zoom on, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That was great.
Yes.
And if you guys have seen our Facebook page, you know that we've got something going on that day, so you'll have to tune in live to see it.
We do?
Oh, yeah.
Why does Mark look confused?
With the production stuff, Marco tends to take care of all that. With the,
I'll make sure shit works one way or another.
I come up with the stuff that's on the show. He decides how it's presented, and sometimes he surprises me, but he always does a good job. Gary Vasilio, my buddy, the Italian Stallion, is listening right now.
He says, opinions are what really drive wrestling fans. I'm convinced.
It's true, for better or worse.
Opinions are what drive the music business, politics, the movie industry, and wrestling. I'm pretty sure opinions drive 90% of the planet.
Yeah.
They do.
It's
Facts are the only other 10%.
So it drives 100% of social media.
That's
Right.
definite.
I see David says he's driving from Texas to Mississippi. Glad to have something to listen to. Well, we're glad we can be that something to listen to, David.
We do not support texting and driving. Sorry.
Oh, my blushing bride. Love the sound effect.
His driver.
Yeah, my driver. And
Hi,
she's-
Stacy. He's only going to have half a fifth tonight.
Sorry,
I can't do
Stacey.
fractions. I don't know what fraction that would be. But yeah, she can't believe it's almost been a year already, and it's true because we do every other week, so it's only it'll be episode 26 will be the 1 year.
No, 27 is the 1 year.
will be
26 is a year of doing it, but 27 is technically the
I'm not-
actual.
I'm not so good with the math.
It's okay.
It's
All
all right.
right.
So
Terramana.
we're gonna get.
Does
into-
Terramana have an actual commercial anywhere that anybody's seen, or a jingle or anything?
I haven't seen it.
Okay. Listeners, if you find a Terramana jingle or even The Rock talking about Terramana in such a way that's appealing, let me know. I want to rip some audio. It's going to be part of the show.
Right on.
He may be an unofficial, unwitting, doesn't even fucking know about it sponsor, but we like Terramana.
He's a non-financial sponsor.
That's it. He's not a financial backer in any way, shape, or
He keeps
form.
us lubed up.
In fact, he probably disagrees with half the shit we say, but we love Terramana.
except for how great he is.
Oh, yeah. I mean, The Rock is The Rock.
Yes.
And as an actor, he does a good job. And that movie, Black Adam, is going to be badass.
That's gonna be cool. You know, we talked a long time ago about doing an episode where we talked about wrestlers in movies and all that. We never got around to it.
No, it's a good idea, though. How many would love to hear and have a conversation about professional wrestlers at any level who have been in movies at any level that kind of, stood out? I mean, Cena's been in a lot. The Rock's been in a lot.
Hogan,
I mean, fucking
Piper.
Hulk Hogan's been in a couple of really shitty ones. And
Right.
then he was in that Rocky 3, that amazing movie.
Yeah, but once we started getting interviews in, we kind of forgot about that idea.
Yeah.
So we ought to bring that back.
We should get there. Yeah, that'd be good.
Did you see Dan the Dad and the War Horse were both on Dark too?
I saw Warhorse. I didn't realize I was Dan the Dad.
Yeah, it's Dan the Dad.
I'm a fan of that gimmick.
I
Thank you, Dwayne.
love it.
He wrestles in New Balances and a fanny pack. And
Actually, I met him when he was actually with No New Friends with KLD.
Yeah.
A wrestler called
yeah.
Dad?
Dan the Dad.
Dan the Dad.
Dan
That is
the
awesome.
Dad.
Does he have the
And
dad bod?
He does.
Nice.
yeah, and
It's great.
he's a
Does he
younger
tell
guy.
dad jokes when he's insulting people?
He does.
Fucking guy. You need to find
He's
this guy.
great.
We need to interview this guy.
All right.
We need
I'll
this
see
guy on the
I'll
show.
see what I can do.
He
I
needs
actually
to be
do
managed
know
by
him.
Dr. Rick from the.
One of us can play Dr. Rick. now. All right, hang on a minute. Terramana break.
Yep.
Do
Glug
you
glug.
know Heidi Howitzer?
I know the name. I haven't ever met her.
So they tag with Max the Impaler.
Okay.
And that was who
Marvin,
fought-
we're here till about 8 p.m. Central normally on our live show.
Is that our man Marvin Moser?
Is that Marvin Moser?
Hey, Marvin.
Ask how long
Hi,
longer we're going to be on for.
Marvin.
Well, we just started about 20 minutes ago, Marvin. So
What he's doing right now is he's finding somewhere else to tune in for the next 2 hours so he can avoid the rest of this show.
But no, Heidi Howitzer actually tag teams with Max the Impaler. She fought Ruby Soho.
okay.
And it went a
I've
good
heard good things
10,
about her.
15 minutes. It was a great match. And she has the look that goes with Max the Impaler.
Right. They're both
So
kind of
it's
gothed
very
out.
Mad Max
crazy
type
looking,
deal. Yeah, it's great. I enjoyed watching all of it.
Yeah.
So
There is no bad wrestling. It's just bad
oh
creative.
no, there is bad wrestling, trust me.
Well, it's subjective.
I don't know
it's
about all
you know
that.
that old cliche, one man's trash is another man's treasure.
I agree.
That applies to pro wrestling also. Like, there's people that like death matches, and some people that think it's just the devil's handiwork. And
Well, I don't think it's the devil's handiwork.
Some
but I
people
don't-
think it applies to dating even.
I
Okay.
think the death matches are a little too extreme. I don't see the point in legitimately hurting yourself in order to.
yeah, when it's done right, it looks good. But then there's the people that tend to do it just for the sake of doing it. You know what I mean? Like we had
Fucking phones.
Alex Colon on early on, and he talked about how he did it, but he put thought into it and made it seem like an art form, and where everything made sense, not just hitting people with light tubes for no reason.
Right.
David Cavasso said voice text. Marco, so.
Good call. That doesn't surprise me at all with him, actually.
Oh yes, there is LOL. Stacy, I don't know what you're talking about there. That's where the comment thread can be a little confusing, but that's all right. I'm expecting a response at any moment.
I don't know what that was earlier. I turned my phone off. I'm sorry. I think it was
This is
me.
a dubious way to debut as a co-host, Minderz.
Hey, no, I never said I was debuting as a co-host. I said I would come in and
As
help you
a
out.
guest co-host. We have a deep bench. We got Keith Gibson comes
I
and
know
helps
you
us
got
out sometimes.
so many people that could help.
Is Keith on the line, Marco? Is he in the thread?
He's not there, and I haven't seen him here.
I hope he gets on, because I have a great idea to really move him up the corporate ladder at Dinger Bats. So I want to get him to at least be where he can hear me.
You think you can help him out?
I think
That'd be
so.
awesome.
I'm a marketing genius. Stone Cold Steve Austin ignored me when I suggested he should market Broken Skull Ranch dressing.
Yeah.
I thought it was $1 million idea. That's not quite an IPA, but
Has anybody got a hold of his lager yet?
I haven't tried the American
Not the
lager.
IPA, the
I've
American
tried the
lager.
IPA. I am not a
IPA.
fan.
IPA is disgusting,
refuse-
but
I
all
refuse
IPAs
to try
are.
the IPA.
I'm not a big IPA fan anyway, but that stuff was not
Yeah,
great.
I'm not an IPA. fan
I have
anyway.
high hopes for the lager.
I do too. But we'll see.
We did try that fucking IPA. When
Yeah.
was it?
Is it the Super
It was
Bowl?
fucking horrible.
We were here for the Super Bowl, and
But it's an
Nars
IPA.
brought a
Yeah,
can
he brought
of
it.
IPA.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
but if you're an IPA
If
fan,
you're an
you probably
IPA
like
fan
it, but
and a Stone Cold fan, it might be passable.
Okay,
Possible.
Stacy said, when she said, "Oh yes, there is," she said because I said there was no such thing as bad wrestling. So she's not the biggest wrestling fan. She
These
watches
non-fans, I swear to God.
it. I know, right?
As I sit over here making many jokes.
She likes the Miz though, so
there's
I'll
nothing
tell you
wrong
guys,
with
man.
that.
I like
He's
him.
kind of
Let's
great.
what do we got here left?
We got a couple minutes.
Well, when you see somebody show up there, you let me know.
Okay.
How about we talk about the we saw the WWE thing a couple weeks ago.
The pay-per-view. Hell in a Cell,
the Hell in
yeah.
a Cell.
Overall,
That was
I did
cool.
watch that. I
It
did
was
watch that.
not a bad show. I mean,
No.
it wasn't a. It's a
It wasn't
it's a
great.
middle of the road pay-per-view. I mean, it wasn't as good as Backlash was the month before. I
I'm
thought that.
not even sure I'd agree with.
I thought it was fun.
Here's the thing: top 4 are the only ones that I really like, anyway. So when they come out with another one, it's like if you can get a story to get me to watch it, then
Right.
okay.
But
Let's talk about the Edge and Judgment Day and what happened there.
okay,
Holy fuck,
so
man!
they had to. I think it was a U-turn because Cody's hurt. He's going to be out for. Well, they say 9 months. I'm thinking it's going closer to 6. Just for that injury.
Or he'll magically be back in 2
Or
months because
he'll-
he's such a tough guy.
Or he'll do like John Cena did and be back and forth.
Yeah, well, Cena's a freak.
Well, I understand that, but Cody,
Now let me
That was the
explain
same
that.
injury, too.
Let me explain that snarky comment to everybody who doesn't know yet. As far as I'm concerned, Cody Rhodes definitely did tear something.
Mm-hmm.
He did not separate it from the bone.
Yes, he did.
I don't believe he did because
did.
I don't believe if there's no muscle, and this is my point, if there's no muscle at all, which means it's not connected at all, you cannot do a push-up. You do not have what it takes to do a push-up.
He wasn't doing push-ups.
He was. He was pushing off the mat. He was pushing away. He couldn't do it. That's why I said it wasn't torn away. Injured, strained, pulled, definitely.
Torn off the bone.
But I don't think it was torn off the bone. I think that is, what do you guys call that in the game of wrestling? A cell? A game? What
No,
the fuck
but-
is that?
Because
Yeah,
they
you're
wouldn't
right.
sell it
It's
to
a
the point he'd be
cell,
gone for
but-
months that fast.
Oh, no,
after
no,
he
no.
got
No,
there.
no. I did a little research.
Oh,
even
boy.
even with just a pull, it can take 3 to 6 months to heal.
Mhm.
Okay? That's where we're at. Okay? I'm saying torn away from the bone, you don't have the muscle to do the work that he did that night in the ring. Injured? Yes, it's like a pulled hamstring. You can still walk, you can still run a little bit. You're hobbled. But he was doing a few things that I think maybe as I watched that match, I know were not physically possible to do because of a torn away thing. Was he in pain? Yes. Is it pulled? Yes. I just don't think it was actually fully pulled away. I think that was a
work.
a work. That's the
A
word I
work.
was. But an exaggeration at the very least. And I think pro wrestling, especially Vince's world of it, has done a lot of that over the years.
Not really.
They've
Not for
never
an injury
tried
that severe.
to sell something
Triple
to you
H
that was
tore his quad completely off the bone in 2001. He was gone for 9 months.
right. But when it happened, he continued in that match.
Yes, he did.
Okay, Cody
Not for
Rhodes
much
came
longer.
a week later.
It
Cody
wasn't a
Rhodes
week.
shows
No,
up a
wait.
week
It wasn't a
after
week.
it
It
happened.
happened.
Now,
it happened right
the partial-
before Champagne.
The partial tear happened on Monday.
Right.
I thought it was Friday.
That was Monday on Raw.
No, it was
during
Monday
the,
on Raw.
during the big pull apart
Friday,
with Seth.
and then
Okay,
Saturday
okay, okay.
here
during
he
the
didn't
week,
wrestle.
during the week is when he
See, because
aggravated
when
it.
everybody said he was
So
hurt,
that could have been Friday when he did
Right.
that.
So what I'm getting at is people were talking about, well, he, blah, blah, blah. Adrenaline, pure adrenaline, when you have an injury like that, shock adrenaline, would let you go forward, which is what the guy Triple H did. He was in the middle of a match when it went wrong. Adrenaline and shock set in, and he finished. Cody showed up cold to a match with a torn away, and I don't believe that. And I'm sorry, I just don't.
well, the reason they even released him was because they knew they couldn't do any
He
more
can't do any
damage.
worse. Yeah.
It couldn't get any worse.
I'm saying physically he couldn't do it. You could not do that. You
There-
don't have the muscle there.
There was a doctor on Busted Open on the Monday after the pay-per-view, Dr.
Right.
Chow. He was a former NFL team doctor, worked
Uh-huh.
with WWE as
Yes.
a team doc- and he corroborated it. He said it was legit and that it can be done with adrenaline. And same deal, if it's not going to be any worse.
Now, if they hit him up with a bunch of fucking drugs, maybe.
That's the thing. He said they don't do painkillers, like pills, like just because of the reaction.
Right.
But they could do an injection of some sort.
Well, I mean, there's a
So it's possible to give him like a cortisone.
cortisone, yeah,
Yeah, it's possible
which
they
can
gave him
help.
that.
But I'm dubious that the torn away is real.
I'm-
I'm saying that it sounds like something to me that when he comes back from it, apparently a lot sooner than many normal mortal men will, it will help sell his character better.
Well, it remains to be seen how long he's actually going to be out for. Because
Right.
they say 9 months.
Right. Now, if
the
he's
doctor that was on Best Open said 6.
Okay, if he's out 6 months or more, you come up with what I have to do to relegate myself to being wrong.
Okay.
6 months from the night we saw them wrestle, because
Okay.
not 6 months from today, no.
Okay.
We saying back then he wrestled with a torn. If he did not, then I
'Cause
get you. If
the,
he,
you know, just the way I look at it, like the results and the action and all
Right.
that stuff is determined, it's scripted. The injuries they happen. They're real.
oh, I
People
agree that the injuries happen, but I mean, there are literally false ambulance rides away from the fucking
Yeah, that's
events.
for TV. They have real ambulances there anyway.
Right, they do. But there have been many times they have faked the need for an ambulance.
For an angle. This wasn't for an angle.
Now we got Edge out of Judgment Day coming back to be the big guy.
And that's the problem. Because Cody's hurt, they don't have any other real baby faces on Raw, so they
Right.
had to pivot Edge out of Judgment Day.
Right on. Oh, Minderz is hitting the tequila. Look out.
No, I didn't.
No, I didn't. I didn't see shit, man.
Didn't see
The
anything.
cork don't
This is-
lie.
This is just imported water.
Exactly.
So let's get to Dwayne's question. He says, "Will Judgment Day flop without Edge?" I don't think it'll flop.
I don't think it will.
I don't think it'll flop. It won't be I don't think it'll be as effective without Edge.
You do realize that they actually came out and said that Edge decided he didn't want to be in Judgment Day because of the
They didn't like-
direction they were doing.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Hey, Dwayne, Nia Jax is not a wrestler right now.
And I like
You're
the
such a jerk.
I did like the promo last night that they did, where
It
they
was
kind of
good.
explained it. They said Edge like taught him to rally against authority, and then he started
And
trying
then
to
he
be
tried
the
to
authority.
be to the authority.
So that's
Yep.
why they ousted him. So that made a lot of sense.
But there's nothing like. I'm excited to see where this goes, but I'm not one. I wish Edge would have stayed in it just for a little bit longer.
I think
for
they
the
could've-
simple fact to establish what they were.
They could have told a story out of it.
Yes,
They
they
could have
could.
had Finn kind of planting a seed, like
Yes.
progressively. But
But
I
then
like
we
all
s-
three of those guys though: Finn, Rhea, and Priest.
I love. The only person I wish that was in Judgment Day that's not in Judgment Day yet
But I agree with you.
is
Arnold
Ciampa.
Schwarzenegger.
Yep.
Ciampa needs to be in Judgment Day.
Yeah, he had a hell of a match last night with Riddle.
Oh my gosh, it was so good. I almost thought he was going to pull it off, but I knew better.
If Riddle has a title shot Friday, he's not doing the job on the Monday. But
that's the point, is that I knew he was going to lose because of what was going to happen Friday.
Yeah.
But Ciampa is great. He really is.
He really is. And like I said, everybody's worried about Ciampa because they don't have a direction for him. It seems almost like they're going to put him with The Miz as like a bodyguard type.
And that, I like The Miz. I do like Ciampa as a heel. I think he's better
Ciampa's
as a
great
heel.
as a heel. Yeah. Psycho Killer.
Psycho Killer. Black Heart. Whatever
Yep.
you want to call him.
But he would be a custom fit in the damn Judgment Day.
The Judgment Day. He'd be great.
Yep. Oh, I'm getting the high sign here. It looks like our guest has arrived.
Is our Rain here?
Yep. Minderz, since you are our guest co-host, why don't you introduce our guest?
Hang on. We got Zoom going, and we're waiting for her to connect to her audio. She's on mute. Rain, if you can unmute. And Minderz, go ahead.
Rain is a former women's champion of 0-1. She still hasn't unmuted.
She's good. There she goes.
Oh, there
Let's
she
see.
is.
Yeah, she's coming. There she is. Hey, Rain, can you hear us?
Hello.
Boom!
Rain, it's Minderz.
She doesn't
Wow,
remember
she
you.
totally doesn't. No, she
she
honestly,
muted us.
She honestly doesn't know me as Minderz,
She's
which
like-
is the
No,
funnier
as soon as
part
you
about
said
it.
that, she hit the mute button.
She's like,
Probably
oh, shit,
go,
it's her.
Fuck, it's
Oh,
her.
crap.
She knows where my second floor windows are, too.
No, I don't. Gosh, dang it. Marco, I hate you right now.
Oh.
Time we're done here, Minderz will be known as Minderz the Stalker.
No.
Oh.
No, Minderz is
That's
actually
how
one of the
rumors get
nicest,
started.
nicest, greatest people we know.
I try.
Rain, your mute went back on. I don't know if you're having technical difficulties or what. And if you can hear us, you're muted.
Suspense.
I don't
Done.
know
done,
how else to
done.
explain her.
I need
She's
the Jaws
former
music for this
0-1
moment.
women's
Right.
champion.
Well,
There you go.
if you want to really get on a good side, you can say future.
Oh, I
01
know
women.
she's future champion.
Would you say number one contender to the women's championship?
Right now, yes.
Okay.
Out of
There she is. She's back.
All right. Rain, you there?
Hello.
Hello. How's it going, Rain?
Can you hear us?
uh-oh. Rain.
Rain, you there?
Somebody's call waiting just went off.
I put my phone away. It's
Hey,
not my
Rain,
fault.
can you hear us?
She says she's on.
Yeah, we see her.
Yeah, we got you on.
We see her,
we see her
but
here, and her
is
voice
she-
is not. I'm
is
just
she
wondering if
muted?
we're having a. No, she's not muted anymore.
Okay.
And no, and when she spoke earlier, we heard her. So
Yeah,
that
we
went
did
fine.
hear her.
But I'm wondering, are you running off your phone, or are you on a Wi-Fi network? Because if you're on your phone, sometimes that'll get screwy with Zoom.
All right.
Okay,
Rain,
Rain,
was
when you
former
can-
champion.
There we go.
Mhm.
She was great at the time. If I remember correctly, she won the title off of Savannah Stone.
Okay.
Savannah Stone and her had quite a back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
Rain was, at the time, she was Evil Empress.
Mm-hmm.
She took some time off, did some life things.
She can't hear us.
She can't hear
Well,
us.
that's different because that's never been an issue.
Uh-oh. But won the title off of Savannah Stone. I was there. I heard a beep.
I heard another weird beep. Yeah.
Weird beep.
I'm gonna try and get her to speak so we can at least hear her, and then try and solve it from there.
Okay.
We haven't changed anything here, so. Hello.
Are we hearing her on there?
Let me mute us all.
Okay.
Hang on. Yeah. Rain, do you want to try call back in? Let me try that.
All right. So we're going to try and iron out these technical difficulties here.
Technical difficulties
Yeah.
suck.
So,
They do.
so Minderz, let's get in a little bit on.
Hello?
Hello.
There, can you hear
There
us?
she is.
There
Can you
she
hear
is.
us?
Hello?
Nope.
What the hell?
What's going on?
So we hear her and then she goes away. And
Hello?
Hello?
Hello. You hear us?
Nope.
We hear you.
Sorry, message.
All right. Okay. I'm going to step out myself with my phone, and I'm going to see if there's a problem on the Zoom end, on our end,
Okay.
real quick, which is Zoom.
Oh, she went out.
I think she's going to try calling back.
She went out. She's
So-
going to try to call back.
All right.
Okay.
There's always some sort of a glitch with the Zoom. It's always something
Sometimes
different.
it
though.
happens.
Sometimes it's Alex Cologne having issues with what time to come on, or I think Fonzie had issues when he called in.
He did.
First
All
time.
right. Y'all just discuss. Watch this. I'm going to go to Zoom from a different machine and see if there's a Zoom problem we're having.
All
Okay.
right. So let's
What do you want to talk about, Mark?
let's talk about let's talk about 01.
All right, let's talk about 01.
So June 25th at the Burgess Meredith Auditorium.
Yes.
I think I got the name of it right.
Yeah, Burgess Center. Yeah.
Okay. But have they announced anything new for that show yet? I know they
They-
announced Vega and
Anakin.
Anakin. Thank you. But
I'll help you with the names.
I
I'm
appreciate
here.
that. But have they announced any other big matches besides Marvin and Tony and
Marvin and Tony. The only thing that's coming up, and that's in August,
Mm-hmm.
is
I saw this.
Jonathan Gresham.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome. August 20th, I think it is.
I will be there as
I-
much as it kind of kills me because there's some other things going on that same day.
Oh, really?
But I will be there.
Okay.
Yeah, because I want to see Jonathan Gresham.
Yeah, that'll be cool. But they haven't said who he's working yet.
They haven't, and that's okay. I
Yeah.
mean, that's usually how 01 works. They
Yeah.
announce somebody big that's going to be there.
So if
I would be perfectly happy with him facing either Camaro, Tanner. I could see him facing Tanner. Tanner
Okay.
knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
There's a part of me that even says Conley.
ooh, I don't know. That'd be a weird matchup.
I don't think it really would be because Conley actually, he's very good, but that would be something that would kind of drive the whole, because Conley's, as much as I hate to admit it, because at some point Conley is Conley,
Right.
but
Real quick, David
Yes.
Cavazos chimed in Fitchett versus Joey on the 25th. So
Fitchett
Matt Fitchett and Joey O'Ryan.
versus,
Joey O'Reilly.
okay.
I always get that name wrong.
Yeah.
You gotta have flashcards for me, Minderz.
I'll make you some, I promise. But okay, so we get Fitchett and Joey O'Reilly. What?
Now,
Okay.
I got you doing it.
No, that's not why I slowed down.
Okay.
It's more along the lines of Fidget's name.
Yeah. You wanted to call him something else,
I
didn't you?
did want to call him something else, and that's because he's my favorite.
Uh-huh. It's a very sarcastic favorite for Minderz. I think he's a nice guy.
He's okay. Here's the thing. See, you almost got me to
you're gonna do it.
You almost got me to do it. Fidget is good, but the storyline that they're telling right now, and the part that kills me, is that the person that should be in all the mix is not able to, or didn't, at least in the last show.
Who's that?
That's Carrot.
Oh, okay.
That was who we fought at that main event right after Conley versus Lander when it was the blood match.
Okay.
So there's things I would like to see, but I know they won't be seen. Or I assume, I'm not going to say I know. I'm going to say I assume they won't be seen for a while.
I've got to think that Camaro's got to.
I'm interested to see what happens with Camaro.
He's got to give Lander a shot at some point, assuming that he's.
Well,
healthy.
he was supposed to.
All right.
Are we on, or
Well,
we got
she said
stuff
it's
figured
not
out yet?
She says it's not letting her in.
Yep. Hang on. We're working on it.
Okay.
She's not on. She's not tried in, but there is a problem. I'm trying to find out what it is.
Okay. But fidget and ouch.
That worked.
What was that? That hurt.
That didn't work.
It hurt. Fidget and O'Reilly should be fairly good. Both of them are. We'll see a lot of superhero landings. It'll be all right.
But not CMC though.
No, not CMC. Although he probably will be there. I'm not gonna say he's not gonna be there.
All right.
We'll probably see. I wonder if we won't see something from Tanner in Analog.
I don't know.
Maybe. Arco chimes in. I know who these people are.
Yeah, he has no clue, and I don't know why he's chiming in.
What you were telling me before, it sounds like they might be angling for a tag title shot.
And that's the way I'm looking at it with the way that Tanner spoke at the when he fought Alex Kane.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes me think that
Let's see if this works.
okay.
She's connecting now. She's muted.
Oh.
Can you hear me, Rain?
I'm here.
Can you hear us?
I can hear you.
All
Finally. That
We
is,
got it.
I am so sorry that's on our end. Something in our Zoom configuration changed. It was not aiming at our microphones. It was aiming at something totally different.
It's always something with
Mark,
us.
say hi. Make sure she can hear you.
Rain, how's it going?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good. We're
Minderz?
talking.
Hi, Rain.
Good.
It's Mindy.
Hi, I miss
cool.
you.
I miss you too.
So Rain, are you in Iowa right now?
No, I'm in Effingham, Illinois.
Oh, yeah, too far. See,
Narge was just there.
Narge
Could have
was
said
there.
hi.
our regular co-host was working in Effingham today, so we
That's
could've-
where I work every day.
Oh, okay.
The shoot.
What do you do?
I am a quality specialist.
And whose
So I
quality do you
measure-
specialize in?
Pancakes and biscuits and all of the above. I work for Krusty's.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, they're the people that do the stuff for diabetics, right? The protein base and all that.
Celiac.
Celiac, that's it.
Celiac.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Okay. Nice.
All right. So, Rain, we always start with the same question, basically, with our call-ins. When did you get into pro wrestling?
Well, about 2016, right after I graduated from Iowa State, I moved back in with my dad for a little bit because I didn't want to move to St. Louis
Right.
by myself. But then he watched pro wrestling quite a bit. And then I was like, I didn't understand it at first. And then one day when I was watching, I was just like, okay, this is pretty much the greatest thing ever. And when I went down to St. Louis, I lived there for a couple months, and then we found a local show. And I was like, okay, let's go see what this is all about. And like, it was like love it first show. So originally I thought I was just going to be a ballet because I've never done anything athletic in my life except for like mat wrestle with the guys because I was like a shoot wrestling manager.
Mm-hmm.
And
So you actually wrestled.
I didn't participate like in high school, but I did when I was a kid. And then so I knew the basics. And
Cool.
then I watched all the time Greco-Roman style because I was the one taking all the statistics.
Nice.
Right. So, who did you see that brought forward what you want to do right now? Like, who was the person you looked up to?
Like at that very moment, or like now.
Who
Who
inspired you to do
inspired
this?
you?
Like when you first started watching, who was it that really jumped out at you?
So when I think of this and when people ask me this, there is honestly an image of Charlotte just burned in my head because that was at the moment where I realized like it may not be like football, but it's like the best actors and actresses and the best athletes in the world. And like I've always been one for the dramatics. So like to have somewhere where I can like exercise that has been pretty great.
Nice.
So go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say. So, where did you get? Did you do your training in St. Louis?
Yes.
Was it like with one of the promotions down there?
So yeah, I started with Dynamo Pro, and that's the first show I went to.
Okay.
And then I had messaged the promoter Jim or owner, and I was like, hey, I want to try to be a valet. And he's like, okay, we'll come down to a training. And then I was like, yeah, but like, my idols, they wrestle, so like I want to try it. And so he's like, okay, well, if you want to try, you start tonight. And I was like, oh, okay. And it was so painful. Oh, it was awful. I felt like I had been hit by a truck every day.
Who was your first match against?
Savannah Stone.
You know me. I've been following you guys for a while.
Yeah,
so
she came up
I
in
get
conversation earlier.
She did.
So describe that first bump for me because I took my wife to the Zero1 show this like a couple weeks ago, and she couldn't get over how loud the ring is when you guys just. I don't think she realized just how much wood is on the actual ring when you guys take your bumps on there. So when you take that first one, what's going through your head?
The like now or the first one ever?
The first one ever.
I couldn't do it right away. Because my body knew I was falling. So it kept trying to grab. And like I couldn't do it probably until Elgin helped me out a little bit. And like I just remember Mike Elgin saying, oh, that was pretty decent.
That sounds like
and
him.
At that point someone was still holding my feet.
Oh wow.
Because like it's a severe training, like you don't want to fall. You never want to fall.
No.
In your life, and here you are telling yourself to fall.
It's
very unnatural.
The thing that I think about is when you're going. I know the what you guys are taught is to tuck the head, but I would be terrified. I wouldn't think about that, and then I just bang the back of my head right off the mat, and then just make a bad mistake.
You learn pretty fast.
Minder's new nickname is Half Pint because she just downed half a pint.
Don't tell Rain that. She thinks I'm innocent.
Hey, you're not literally throwing the stereotype up there. She's a wrestler, so she's not real bright, right?
No.
She knows you're not fucking innocent.
No.
She knows you're not innocent.
Oh, I know she knows I'm not innocent. I know she knows I'm not innocent. And the fun part is that she knows that I've been following her for a couple of years, so it's all good.
Stalker Mindy.
Rain, would you please tell them I am not a stalker?
Rain, what has been your favorite? What has been your favorite match of all the matches you've been involved in thus far?
Oh my goodness, that I've been involved in.
Yeah, and you don't. It's not a names, all that. It's just like there's got to be at least one that you were like, man, that was like the most fucking fun I've ever had doing this, or that was the most brutal time I've ever had, or fuck you people, I made more money. It don't matter why it was your favorite. Just what was your reasoning? What was your favorite?
So I just had a match recently out at Lucha Libre Total in Chicago, and I've wrestled there quite a bit. But this one I wrestled with my partner Joey O'Reilly, and then we wrestled another couple, and this was the third time we had wrestled each other in the ring. But Joey and I both came back and we were like, there was like literally nothing wrong with the match. So I was very proud because I've just been improving basically nonstop. I probably started too early, and like in recent I'm just like let me at them. Like, let me have these matches. I want to prove myself to everybody.
Nice. Now, do you wrestle with other promotions besides 01, or 01 your big? Is that your primary, or?
So I would say like
too.
01, CCW, and Dynamo Pro. I was wrestling there pretty often. Then Lucha Libre Total is on Sundays, so I try to make those, but it's hard with the drive and having to work full time. And I'm sure I'm forgetting Strictly Insane. We just won the tag team championships, which was fun. And Tony Flood and Adrian Surge had an amazing cage match there. So it was fun to experience that.
Hey, Rain, I know you've been on AEW.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know you fought on Dark. Who was it that you fought against?
I fought against Penelope.
Yeah, that was what I thought. Yeah, Penelope Cruz.
Ford.
Not
Penelope
Cruz,
Cruz.
the
Very
actress.
different.
Right?
Very
Wow.
different.
Very, very delicious
Sorry,
looking
Rain, I'm
actress.
having a
Thank you.
night. It's been an interesting evening. We'll just say that.
Don't fault Minderz. Over my right shoulder's Matthew McConaughey. She's been drooling the whole time.
Right. Has she seen Rick Springthorpe on the wall behind her?
Richard Springthorpe is back there.
Yeah.
Yes, she liked that one too a lot.
Yeah, we got our producer Marco here is a big Rick Springfield fan, so he's got them all over his
I'm
house.
a big movie fan. Those are movie posters, not music posters.
It's got Noah Drake on there. It's
Noah Drake. It's actually Jamie something or other in that movie.
I don't even know what movie it is, but anyway, we're
He only starred in one.
We're
It was called Hard
jumping
to
the
Hold.
rails.
We're
Let's
jumping
get
the
back
rails,
to
yeah.
our guests.
This is what we do. We tend to kind of fall down rabbit holes. So
Oh, yeah.
We're very
It comes in the podcast.
we're
nature.
very conversational is what we are. All right.
Yeah.
So Rain, look at yourself right now and then look at yourself 1 year from today and tell me where it is you hope to be in 1 year. And if that's too soon, because I don't honestly know the trajectory of this industry, so maybe it's a 5-year plan, not a 1 year, but where do you think this wrestling thing is going to go for you? Where do you want it to go? What would you like to see happen?
Well, I'm gonna be honest. I really like what I do Monday through Friday. I really enjoy my job. So wrestling to me, I love the indies too, because
Right.
it's an experience that I highly doubt that the big timers even have time for. So going out, I mean, you can go on my Facebook right now and see I went out to eat with a couple fans yesterday. They like to meet and I like to share my time with them, and they meet me here in the town I work in. So
Nice.
we have a good time, and they're
Do I
Like,
know
they
those
become-
fans?
yeah.
Okay.
what fans don't you know at 01?
There's not many.
You know the older guy with the beard that thought I was
I
Hulk
do
Hogan?
know the older guy with the beard that thought you were Hulk Hogan. It was great.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm
what
sorry,
that was
Rain. I
all
didn't
about.
mean to cut you off.
Oh, you're fine.
So is there a way that fans can contact you for these lunch occasions, or was this just a one-time thing that occurred?
Hey, I'm not buying.
Okay, so number one, for all you people listening,
If you're
you better bring the fucking gift cards you got for Christmas, motherfuckers.
Well, okay, so let me ask this. Rain, I know you are a face right now because you're the authentic Rain Victoria. But which do you prefer, being the authentic Rain Victoria, or did you enjoy more being the Empress of Evil?
So I'm gonna have to split it because I enjoy being myself right now. That's why I call myself authentic Rain Victoria, because I just go out there and I just really hard to answer that, because I'm a totally different person since the birth of my daughter. And
know you
I
are.
can't even truly I remember being the Empress of Evil, but I can't remember it as well. But if you ask me if I want to be a baby or a heel, I am so good at being a heel.
You are so good at being a heel.
So would you
Yeah.
say in real life you're a face? Is that what you're saying?
In
You're a
real
very
life, I'm
nice,
a
genuine
face.
human. All that.
yes, she is.
That's
She's
awesome.
a great human.
That's awesome. So,
But
So
I
it's fun to-
enjoy her as a face.
it's fun to
I
play
think
the
she was
evil
great.
person, isn't it? You get to step out of your comfort zone and freak people out. Is that right?
Well, there's a
Yeah.
group of us. There's a group of us, and she'll know who I'm talking about. that every time see, every time she walked out, we would bow to her.
Yeah,
See?
that was pretty nice.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
we
just going
would
to
bow to
leave
her
that one
because-
alone.
Shut up, Marco. But no, like, we appreciated what she was doing. We enjoyed
Right.
the fact that she had minions.
You were one of them.
No,
It sounds like it.
no, like wrestlers that were minions.
Wait a minute. Did you say minions?
Minions.
No, you did not.
Exactly,
Say
yes.
minions.
Everybody loves Minions.
There they are. There's the little minions. But no, like, here's the thing. If you go back, let's say go back a year, I remember Rain as having, you know, Hades XIX, Mojo. What was Mojo's last name?
Dixon? No, that's
No.
a band.
No.
Mojo McQueen.
There you go, Mojo McQueen. And
Mhm.
I can remember her building an empire. And it was great. Like, everything that she built was amazing.
Thank you.
You're
I
welcome.
appreciate that.
Well, okay, but you know who me and my friends are. So, you know, you get it because we're definitely heel marks, but that's what we are. I
Aren't we
can't.
all?
Well, I can't say that.
Well,
no.
you're in a room full of marks right now, Minderz.
You are.
And that's fine, but I'm saying we're a bunch of heel marks. We enjoy the quote unquote bad guys.
I'm the same way. I tend to gravitate toward the heels.
I
I always
do.
have. It goes back to the Horsemen and all that kind of stuff. But
So let me ask you this, Rain. Who would you rather fight, Chelsea Durden or Maxie Impaler?
Oh, I want to find them both.
I know, I've seen you fight.
Would you
both.
take them on at the same time, and could you win?
She did. She did take them
I
on at the same
Fuck,
time.
man. You made it sound like she hadn't done this before.
No,
Now-
she took them on
fucking
at the
shit
same
the bed
time.
here. Okay, so you've already done this, and you won apparently. Thanks, Minderz. She didn't
I
hand
didn't
me the
win.
research papers before we started this.
I think you got a hype person right here, there, Rain.
I didn't
right.
win.
Just
You didn't?
No,
Oh,
Maxie Impaler won.
No, she didn't.
liar.
No, she didn't. But
I don't.
everybody in the crowd was for her. So
I
Could
don't
you
think-
win one-on-one against either one of those women?
I have not.
No, could you?
oh, she
One-on-one.
could. She could.
Minderz, let the guest answer this
Maxie
one.
Impaler is a they. So just want to make sure that gets out.
She's a what?
She's not a she. They are a they.
Oh, I'm sorry. No clue.
Marco was
Respect.
not. Not
I
familiar
kept
Totally
with
trying
not
to
up.
clarifying that earlier. I said that Max was a they.
I didn't hear that part. But okay. So they. Could you beat they? Or is the other one she?
Yes.
Yes.
Chelsea is she.
Thank you.
You know, I'd probably. It's clear I couldn't out power Max, so I'm gonna have to outsmart them.
Okay.
And Chelsea, man, she's good at the mind games. And we're about, we're equal in the ring, and so I don't know. It'd be tough. It'd be a tough call.
Just say yes.
Wow. This is like the anti-drug
Just say
campaign.
Right.
Just say yes.
No, I
take that out of
enjoyed
pressure.
I enjoyed watching your match last month against Logan.
Oh, I loved that match.
Logan,
I
is-
want to watch it.
She's such
I've
a
been
sweetheart, but no, she's really not a sweetheart. She's kind of a jerk, but
Minderz,
Oh, yeah.
Minderz. We don't talk shit about other wrestlers.
No, that was a good match. I remember.
Yeah, we
seeing
do.
that one. I was there for that one.
Thank you.
How
you
about
were there for Harley. Or
How?
Oh wait, no, they announced Logan for the next day.
Logan was
I'm
the next
sorry.
day.
I'm
You
still
saw
learning
Holly,
01
or-
who all's there and
how
No.
have you found the acceptance for yourself as so like there are lady wrestlers at every level, of course, but they're not the majority. But how did you find that? Because you're working with more entry level independent organizations, not WWE, AEW, all that. So I mean, how do you find the people treat you, like the male wrestlers, the trainers, whoever's involved in it? Are you enjoying that? Is it a good thing?
I actually just got unbooked from a promotion because I was the only female there, and the promoter decided that women shouldn't wrestle men.
Oh, jeez.
Did you tell him I can kick every guy's in this room's ass?
Well, pretty much. I told him, I was like, it's not fair. I am doing the same stuff you're doing out there.
Right.
And the guy, like, if you want to talk about a fair fight, I outweigh the guy right next to me by 45 pounds.
Okay, we're not talking about Anakin, are we?
No. That would
Okay.
be like 55 pounds.
What is the what's the right word to put for this? So we hear about a lot of times in men's sports versus women's sports. We hear that the men's sports, they've got better facilities, they've got better access to trainers, to on the site, healthcare practitioners, people that can help you get in better shape and teach you better. The men always seem to have those advantages. What have you found? Like you said, you go to St. Louis to train. How's that experience been for you?
As far as training, we were always equal. I never from training like at Dynamo, we trained maybe even harder than the guys at some points, because there are things that women have to do to be taken seriously in the business.
Yeah, and that's kind of where I'm going with it. Is like, you guys start at a disadvantage only because everything is male dominated. So I was wondering if, in the wrestling world, are you starting to feel like it's starting to equalize a little bit for you at all?
I'm not gonna lie that how I got unbooked recently, I was one of the top competitors, and I was very popular in that small arena, and it hurt a lot, being told I couldn't compete anymore because there was no more female competitors. Because for me, wrestling's about how it makes you feel, and
Right
you
on.
can tell a story even if someone is bigger than me. It's to the point where I am not that much smaller or than most of the guys like on a roster sometimes.
Right on. Now, why did this promoter, and I'm not going to say agree with his choice, but I understand his choice. You're a lady, those are men. That's not something he wants to do, and I get that. But why, instead of releasing you or cutting you or saying, hey, you're done, or whatever you want to say, why didn't he go out there and look at all the other women in independent wrestling and say, you know what? This person's fantastic. Let's do this. Did you have that conversation with him about, hey, why the fuck are we just dropping me instead of saying, let's add some ambience to the entire show or the event? What happened there? Do you have any insight on that?
I think it just comes down to money. No one's going to travel to the middle of nowhere, Illinois, to wrestle for free.
So this is your opportunity to out that motherfucker, by the way. I'm sorry, but I don't like sexist, racist pieces of shit, and that sounds sexist as fuck, because whether or not he thinks you should compete against men, which, like I said, there's a lot of, different opinion on that, but there are a lot of women in independent wrestling. I hear about them enough on this show to know you're not the only one. Why wouldn't this guy with a burgeoning independent wrestling promotion say, hey, wait a minute, let me try and solve this problem? So go ahead, tell us who the fuck he is.
I think everybody who's going to hear this knows who he is, so I don't need to do that.
I got a question for you, Rain.
Yeah.
I want to know, who has been your favorite person to compete against? Who has challenged you in the ring that you would like to be in another match with that person, whether it be male, female, non-binary, whatever?
I don't necessarily know if I want to wrestle him again, but wrestling Joey really helped me out. I don't know how to explain it, but I finally like felt confident because he's so talented and he still wanted to work with me.
Right.
And as far as trainers go, it was like Dynamo, and then I trained with Elgin for a little bit, and then for recently I've been training with Joey, and he's just I've just gotten so much better because he's got the mind for it, you know.
Right. No, I totally get it. So, ideally, who would be the next person that you want to face? I know you want to face Max because you want your title back.
Well, yeah.
I know you want to face Max. Is that going to happen anytime soon?
I don't know. I haven't seen them in a while.
That's true. You know, here's my biggest. I'm not going to say it's a complaint, but my concern with 01 is when the women's title gets put on somebody that isn't there in order to represent the title. And I'll tell you where I'm coming from with this, and that was when Sky Blue won it. And we didn't see her for like 6 months. Are we going to see something come back where somebody's going to be there to defend it?
That's not in my book. I
understand that's not your book. I understand that's not your book, but I feel like it needs to be on you. That's how I feel.
Well, thank you.
Or aimed at her.
No, I feel like she deserves to have the title.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
In order to be there for the title to be represented at 01.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Because it's been a while since the
when he said on her, I was like, and she doesn't make the booking. In other words, she doesn't do the bookings.
No, she
Somebody
doesn't.
else does.
And I'm not saying that she does.
So what you're saying is whoever's doing the bookings needs to fucking pay attention.
Well, they need to.
You know, I think he's still on the thread.
What's booking?
It's booking. Booking is there's no booking. I don't know what you're talking about. No, but it needs to be on somebody that's going to be able to represent what the 01 title is, and that's the way I look at it. Maybe I'm wrong.
That's kind of a common complaint with a lot of territories. Like, look at back when Brock Lesnar was the champion, he'd show up once every 3 months. And then you go to somebody working, say, Ring of Honor, then they'd work Japan for like a tour for like a month doing a tournament or whatever. So that's a very common complaint with a lot of, especially the indies, when they've got like a national talent going around with their championship.
Right. No, and I respect the fact because that brings the audience to it. But at the same time, do you put it on somebody that brings the audience to it, or do you put it on somebody that's going to represent what you're trying to do? Mm-hmm. Right. Go ahead, because I totally lost my train of thought.
Well,
I just watched all these little puffs of smoke come out of Minderz' ears. It was great. I was like, I'm sitting here going, hey, there's no smoking in my house.
I didn't smoke in your house.
Yeah, but your ears did.
No. Hey, Rain. So the next big show for 01's on the 25th in a couple weeks, I think, give or take. Have you gotten any word on if you're booked or who you're working with on that show?
I have another commitment because I'm champion down in Cape Girardeau.
Gotcha.
She's got herself a belt.
That's Missouri, right?
Yes.
Nice.
Yep, Missouri.
That's the one that Marco Stunt has a part in, doesn't he?
Yep.
All right. And so I thought, ooh, is that the match with I'm having a moment, Aaron Roberts and
You almost said Aaron Rodgers.
Thank God she didn't say Aaron Rodgers. We'd have just lost our minds here in Bears country.
Isn't that when there's supposed to be that match? With the Wild Child?
Things are happening. You know what?
Who are you fighting at CCW?
Little bit, because she hurt me with another girl last time and took my title from me. Like, just took the title belt.
It's not right.
Even though I won the match.
So I think I think David's listening, so I'm going to throw out an armchair booking idea for a future show, maybe the August 20th show. I want to see you and Alice Crowley go one-on-one.
Mrs. Crowley?
Not Mrs. Crowley.
No, it won't
Big
work
Al.
at 01. It won't work at 01.
Why's that?
Why?
Big Al's the face at 01.
She's working heel everywhere else, but
yeah, exactly.
But no, she's one of the ones I like. I've really been impressed by the last couple of years, and
Yeah,
I think you guys have a hell of a match. She's
It's-
the one I want to get on the show at some
Like to see
point.
that happen.
All right, who would you like to face at 0-1 at the next show? Regardless
Asuka.
of titles.
What was that?
You say Asuka?
Oscar.
Yeah.
Oscar.
David Cavazos, you heard it. Gets to
David,
get on the
David.
phones.
you.
David, give her the hookup, man.
No, so out of the people we can legitimately get at 0-1, who,
Minderz, you better be careful. She might say you.
and that's fine.
I would actually go to that one. I would attend that just to go Minderz, go.
No, I get my face punched in.
You would.
All right.
You would. But it'd be fun. David, let's make a charity event out of that. Minderz in the ring with Rahne for charity.
Oh my goodness.
Rain, I'm not sure you.
He's sitting there right now with his calculator going,
Here's the first thing. I'm
that
not
might
sure.
work.
I'm not sure I could legitimately punch Rain. Or
Well, let's be real here.
Well, I mean,
Nobody should
we're-
legitimately punch
Well,
anybody
okay.
because, my God, we don't
you're
hate
too
each
nice.
other. It's all love.
this is the thing. We know each other. I can't do that. It's not gonna happen. Sorry.
I know most of the people in there.
Oh, I know
still
you
make it
know most
happen.
of the people. In
We
there.
could hire a wee man to come in from underneath the fucking
no,
ring.
No.
We know a short person or two.
David says Max is back in September.
All right.
Max
Okay.
is back.
So got to
So-
get the wheels spinning on that one.
Rain, will you be there? Will you be there in August?
Maybe.
There's only one way to find out, and that's to show the fuck up and see what happens.
Well, and we all know I'm gonna show up. I mean, right now I'm sporting rain gear right now. I've got the authentic
Not a
Rain
poncho.
Victoria.
I was just looking at her going, that's not going to keep you dry.
Oh, we've had 3 shut up Marcos
Rain,
so far
I
on the show.
shouldn't be
That's all?
here with
I don't
these
even
two
see any
boys.
here.
It's crazy.
Well, no, I mean from Minderz.
Oh, don't give a fuck.
Nobody cares about me. It's all right. No, but
You're a good egg, Minderz.
I'm legitimately here sporting your gear.
She is.
I'm
Authentic,
on a podcast right
FDA
now,
approved, Rain Victoria.
Yo, hey.
It's too bad this isn't a
I like
camera
the
show.
I like the John Deere approach.
It's a
That's
great
a great
approach.
shirt. It is. It's great. Very well branded.
In the ring.
Of all the so you're kind of new to this. You said earlier you weren't into wrestling, then you got into wrestling, and you've been doing training. Okay, of all the things you've been taught how to do, the moves, I don't know what they're called. What is your favorite?
Who's my boss?
Sorry, I'm still at work.
Oh,
Sorry.
did we didn't mean tell whoever that is whispering over your shoulder. Call us. Mark will send them a free T-shirt.
Yeah, we didn't get you in trouble, did we?
No, we didn't mean
Hey, he's
that.
from Champaign.
Oh,
yeah?
who is he?
Actually, he's from here.
Oh, fuck him.
Wow.
No. But no.
He's my coworker. I'm not going to out him on this wrestling.
Oh, do
podcast.
not do that to
You
him. That would be
should,
rude.
because that would be fun.
No, that's not right. Out the bad people, never the good people. So, again, going back to the question of all the moves, and I say moves because I don't know the terminology very well. What is your favorite one to perform?
The Hammerlock DDT because it gets the job done.
Atta girl.
I get to go home.
Atta girl.
Now, is that your finisher, as they call it?
It is.
As they
Okay.
call it.
Okay. Well, I mean, I just again, terminology, etc.
I'm-
Mortero Monomark? Yes, I think so.
I'm down for any time a DDT is used as a finish. I'm so tired of seeing it used as just a high spot in the match.
Mark, please tell me what a
great time.
DDT means.
Drop him on the head.
Is that a pile driver?
No, it's like face
No.
lock, fall backwards, head.
Oh, okay. All right.
Jake
Cool.
Hey,
Roberts.
Rain.
we
Marco
go.
has
Yeah.
no clue.
Yeah, Marco's actually not into wrestling.
what
Marco's
any
the
wrestling
technology
is.
guy.
He's just our technology guy.
Oh.
He only knows
Right?
The Rock.
Right?
That's right. I know the Rock.
He thinks The Rock is the best thing ever. He has no idea what happened before that.
We're gonna.
She's laughing. I love it.
I think we need to get Marco to the to a 0-1 show.
Oh, I want to go. I think
I
it'd be
agree.
interesting.
I
Marco
think
would
it'll
get
be great.
I have made it very clear that I've watched how many WWE events with you guys recently and
Several.
AEWs, and I can be very honest and say that before this podcast, the last time I watched wrestling was 10 years before the podcast because I'm not into it. However, these guys are into it, and I love the enthusiasm, the energy, and I am learning a little bit. but I really, really, really love GCW because they seem like they're just balls out having a blast. And if 0-1 is at all like that, I'm fucking in.
Rain, I have a question for you.
Okay.
If you had the choice to watch WWE or go to an independent wrestling show, which one do you think would be more fun?
AEW.
Fun's the key word.
Fun. Which one do you
Hey.
think would be more fun?
If I watched it on TV versus going,
Either or.
oh, there's no contest. Going to the indies is like amazing.
That's my girl.
Yeah, you can't beat the atmosphere in an indie
There's
show.
no there.
It's
you
like a
A lot of
can't-
bloodlust, right?
Well, there's that.
it's-
It's also like a convention. It's like a fan convention.
And the
on
thing
top
is,
of
it
It's
it.
all
doesn't-
friends and family, too.
It doesn't matter if it's something that's big or anything. If you go to an independent show, you're a part of the show. You feel like you're a part of the
Yep.
show.
Yeah.
We're nothing without the crowd.
Right.
And exactly.
Well, and I think that again, that's true with a lot of events in the world is when you have this nucleus of people that are focused on something and having a blast with it, they become a family.
They do.
Okay.
Yeah, but the
And when
only
those
thing that
people,
matters is wrestling.
Yeah.
and when those people evolve from that location, so let's say Rain here moves on from 0-1 and all of a sudden gets a contract with AEW or WWE. The best part is every time she looks out the ring and she sees those family members.
Right.
And I think that's what you see with a lot of like musicians, everybody.
Yeah.
They see those people that were there when they were in this independent mode and they were doing this. And I think that really glues a lot of people together. And when they start losing that, that's when they lose their minds.
Well, but that's when us small people that small, and I say that with quotations, but the small people are there to
Mark reminding us not a fucking person. This room is small.
shut up, Mark.
Not on this
Oh,
side of the
or
table.
Mark-
He's over here like,
I'm mainly talking about me.
Really? No, but seriously,
I'm being a
there's
good host.
he's the host with the most.
there's a group of people that when you're into independent wrestling, you're part of a family whether you want to be or not. You are a part of a family because they look at you and they respect you. And I like to think that just because I've been to so many, I've been to 0-1, I've seen Rain, I've seen UWC.
Did you see the Pain Train?
No.
See, you're not family anymore. No.
Well, that's
didn't do
fine.
Newbury.
I don't have to be his family, but I'm family with
That's
Rain.
hurtful.
I'm family with Rain.
Nars is driving back from Effingham going, motherfucker.
I don't care.
She's in my chair. He says.
I've kept it nice and
shit,
warm.
she farted on your chair,
my
Narge.
buttocks. No, I didn't fart, but I kept it nice and warm. But no, there's a deal where you travel around all
You
these.
bond.
Would you let me talk for 5 seconds?
Sure, but the next 30 seconds result in you bond.
Rain, this is
Marco,
what I
be
deal
nice.
with.
All right, fine. Hang on.
She likes
Mute.
me, but she
Mute
doesn't care for
yourself.
Marco.
There, thank you. So here's the deal. There's a thing about the independent shows that you go to them and you respect everything that's happened, and you are a part of that family, whether you want to be or not. But you respect the people that are giving you a show. Am I correct? All right, so everybody left me. That's great.
No, I'm here. I'm not really following.
Shut up, Marco. But
That's
no,
four.
I mean that's the truth though. You get to the point where you're in an independent wrestling situation where I followed 0-1 for a couple years. I have followed UWC for a couple years. We will get down to a CCW show because we want to see you.
Aw.
Aw. But I'm saying though,
Load up the
there's
minivan with all of our people. And
let's do it. Let's go. I'm down. But
Except I will not load somebody in my van that says, shut up, Marco, all the time.
well, you
I don't say
put
it all
Mark-
the
put
time,
Narge
only
in there.
once in a blue moon. But I'm just saying though, there's something about the indie shows that makes it feel more personal. And that's what I respect about 01. That's what I respect about UWC. That's what I respect about even New Wave Pro, Hybrid, Invasion. Those are a couple new ones that are starting up. But that's what I respect about it. Is that they appreciate who the people are that are going to be willing to be like, yeah, I'm going to come hang out with you guys.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
everything went
it's definitely
silent.
a different world.
Oh, Rain, I wish you were here. This would make me feel better.
She's outnumbered here.
I'm outnumbered. I'm the only girl
The
here.
half pint and the tequila didn't make you feel good enough already?
Shut
Now,
up,
Marco, I need to point out she has a hammer right there.
She has two.
Ew! I have Anna's screwdriver.
Yeah, she has
Sure
weapons.
are.
If
She
you
will
get out of
screw me
line.
and hammer me to fucking death.
Easy,
No, I won't.
easy.
No, I won't.
Well,
Hey, wait a
Alright.
minute. Where's my thumbtacks?
oh, I don't. They're in the other room. Well,
All right, so Rain, what do you have coming up in the near future?
Oh my gosh, I have a lot of bookings, but I am trying to make sure that I don't take too many so that I can focus on being a mom, because that is the most important thing to me.
All right, so what do you got coming up? I know you want to be a mom, but I also know, well, I've been one of the ones that says hi to your pumpkin. So what
yep.
do you got
I met
coming
that
up?
baby at the last show. She's cute as a button.
She's adorable.
I've got Liberty Pro wrestling this weekend, then CCW. I've got RWA out in Pennsylvania,
Ooh, wow.
Pittsburgh, west of Pittsburgh.
Oh my gosh.
Or no, it's West Newton. It's actually east of Pittsburgh.
Nice.
Okay.
Then where are we at? July 30th. Pretty sure it's CCW. Then it's August.
You'll be at
SMPW.
You'll be at August of 01, correct? On the 20th?
I said I don't know.
All right.
We're
I'll have
waiting
a
for
I'll have
David to
little
make a
talk with
commitment to
David.
her. No,
We'll
no,
make sure
David's-
you're there.
David's listening.
Yeah.
Don't push too many buttons.
David's
too fast.
always
Holy fuck.
listening.
Oh, I know he's always listening.
So when you go to these promotions, these all these you just mentioned, do they fly you out, or do you have to like take time off work,
Oh,
drive out?
gosh,
How's that
no.
work?
No one has offered to fly me out.
Someone's
I'm not
never
that
seen
cool
indie
yet.
He's never seen indie
So you-
wrestling,
so
obviously.
are you just like, here's your contract fee and you figure it out?
Yeah.
There's no contract. It's every person for themselves, and
It's the equivalent of
yeah, you just hope that you sell
Ohio.
t-shirts so you can get dinner that night.
Yeah, sounds.
All right, so you have to sell T-shirts to have dinner. Is that what you said?
Yeah, fill my
Then
gas tank,
motherfuckers
which
that are
is-
listening, help her sell a lot of T-shirts. What the fuck is wrong with you people?
Y'all-
Right now,
y'all
order
need-
10.
So
You need to buy a lot of Rain Victoria
Yeah.
So,
t-shirts.
Rain,
Rain-
hang on. Time out. Rain, I need to know
Yes.
the exact address of your
Easy.
T-shirt merchandise sales. Be very eloquent when you say this, so these people hear it very clearly.
Oh, well, just contact me on social media. It's Rain Victoria on all
Spelled?
three, RAHNE Victoria.
Nice. Okay, y'all listening? Besides the Pride shirts that we just now put up, make sure you buy a Rain Victoria shirt, hat, koozie, whatever she's got on her Facebook or her website or whatever. That way she can get to the next show and make you people happy.
She will make everybody happy.
Aww.
That sounds very different.
Shut up, Marco.
well,
I hate the fact that I come on this show and no. Here's the thing. I hate the fact that I come on this show and I'm a girl that has a wrestling opinion.
that's
Why do you hate that? That's why
that's
we
a good
love
thing.
you.
That's why we bring you in.
Well, that's true too. But I'm just saying that it's one of those situations where I'm sure there's a lot of people that don't care what I have to
do
say.
you want us to bring Andrea in next time and you two of you can think
No.
together and be women together on this? Because
No, and
we
a lot-
love the fact
bring Stacy
you
in
love
sometime.
this shit. We
Oh,
love
bring
that.
Stacy.
I'll bring the wife
I-
sometime.
I like Andrea. I love Andrea, but at the same time, I'm not one of those girls that has not followed wrestling since I was really little. And
Right
I'm
on.
old. So
She's old.
I'm old.
Mark, I think
I
there's
said
a
nothing.
strand of beard hair on you that's older than her, but shh.
Probably.
So
Bottom line is, no,
Yeah.
you're here because we value this.
No,
and this is
and
what
I
matters.
understand that, but I'm
Doesn't
just
stop us
saying
from
that
fucking with
now,
you.
we do enjoy busting your chops every now and then, but
They do.
yeah. So Rain, we're gonna
Hang on, hang on.
Let's go back to
Hang
our
on,
guests.
hang
Yeah.
on. Time out, time out. Stacey Redmond has just agreed to be a guest. Yes, please. Bring me on, she said.
Guys, I'm gonna have to take off this call.
All right.
All
Well,
Lunch is
Rain,
over.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for
Yes,
coming on.
thanks for considering me, and
Oh heck yeah! And we'll have you
Yeah,
on
spread
sometime
love,
again
not
for
hate.
part 2.
all right.
All right,
Thank
so
you very
thanks,
much.
Rain. I'll see you in a couple weeks.
Bye.
See you later. So I think this would be a good
Sorry,
time
I
to take a
shouldn't have
little
went on that
5-minute break,
rant.
Marco.
I'm bad.
All right.
You
Hang
look
on.
surprised there.
I was very surprised. And we should do a break. Is that what I heard?
Yeah, let's take a 5-minute break real quick. Then we'll
Um,
come back and we got some other stuff to talk about.
All righty then. Folks, keep listening. Enjoy the rock and roll. Rock and roll.
All right, welcome back. Jumping the Rail, episode 23 from Tonytown, Champaign, Illinois. Back here with Marco and Minderz, and a big thank you to Rain Victoria for calling in, chatting with us. I know she was busy. She was
I'm
at work.
really glad.
She was really nice. Hey, Kyle Reed, we noticed that you popped in real quick to say hi right about the time we said, fuck this, we're taking a break. But we want you to know that we did notice.
Real quick,
Kyle.
and real quick, I want to, my wife, she commented something. I have no idea what she means. She said swoggle 2. I'm assuming it means hornswoggle, but I don't know what context.
Well, that was
Why?
because I said we'll get Wee Man from under the fucking, and it's like,
Gotcha.
swoggle.
You
Get
do
swoggle.
realize- You do realize there's midget wrestling coming up this week,
Yeah, that's
right?
We
tomorrow
do.
night.
We knew. It's tomorrow night.
at
Yeah.
the Ford County
At
Fairgrounds.
Ford County Fair.
Yeah.
So just to kind of wrap up the 0-1 stuff, June 25th at the Burgess Meredith Coliseum in Mattoon, they're doing Summer Beatdown, I think is what they're calling it.
Yeah, I think that's what they're calling it.
Then August 20th. They're
Wait. Stop. Rewind.
I'm on it.
Burgess Meredith Coliseum?
I'm
the
sure I
Burgess
got it.
Center is what I call it.
Oh, thank God. I was like, did I miss a Rocky reference? I should have known.
although-
What the
No.
fuck, man?
Anything that can be named after Burgess Meredith is A-okay with me.
I just want to make sure I didn't miss some. Like, Burgess Meredith? Rocky's trainer? Don't you fuck with me like that again.
But
All right, go ahead.
but no, so then August
Listen here, Rock.
August 20th, they're going to be back. I'm
They're
assuming
going to
in
be back
Mattoon.
the 20th in Mattoon.
And then they're going to have Ring of Honor World Champion Jonathan Gresham there.
Yes.
No word who he's working with yet. We'll keep you
Not
posted on
yet,
that.
but if it's, I assume, depending on what happens at this next show, I'm pretty sure it'll probably be Camaro or it might be Tanner Keeler.
What about Lander? You think that'd be a weird matchup?
Here's the thing. I like Lander,
Mm-hmm.
but then you got two baby faces.
How about Matt Fitchett?
He's a baby face.
All right. So 0-1. Keep an eye out for 0-1. We'll be sharing all that stuff as it gets closer. And I'm going to be there on the 25th. I'm sure Minderz will.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Oh, that's exciting. Yeah, I'll be there.
Of June?
Oh, well, duh.
June, yeah.
Of course you'll be. Sorry.
25th
I had a
of
moment.
June.
Because also
Meet Mark
Yes.
Redman of Jumping the Rail
Because
at 01USA.
I have
Yes.
I have to plug it. I'm going
Let's
to be
plug
shooting an interview after that show with everybody's favorite low-life thug, Marvin Moser. It's
He
going to
is
go
everybody's favorite.
and it's going to
lowlife.
go on our YouTube channel, Jumping the Rail, after the fact. I'm going to do the video, then edit it and all that. So it might be the day after. So
Marvin's great.
Marvin's awesome.
It'll also be on our
Marvin's
Facebook
great.
page.
Yeah, Marvin, he's one of our most ardent followers right now. He's always keeping an eye out.
Marvin is a good guy. We got Marvin Mania. I know it's supposed to be Narja Mania, but
I still like Marvin Madness.
well, of course you would. But it's
We could go Marvin Mania like WrestleMania.
It's Marvelous Marv. Thank you.
Marvin's great. He's got a huge following at both 0-1 and some other stuff.
But yeah, we'll be talking to him after his match with Tony G on Saturday the 25th.
Which he better kick Tony G's buttocks.
Buttocks. This is a
Buttocks.
family show, Minderz.
It is a family show.
Better kick his
Buttocks.
fucking ass.
All right.
That's
Well,
better.
Marco finished that for me.
All right, so let's move on.
I am your stand-in swear guy.
Yes. So I wanted to get into.
Hey, by the way, your wife will be there too.
yeah, she'll be with me.
She want us to know that.
She'll be there
Yay.
too. Yeah, she is my ride. I'm kidding. She likes to go into these things too.
My Uber driver shall be attending with me because I can't get anybody else to.
Stacy, don't worry. I'll be there too. You'll be fine.
I
All
might.
right.
You know what? June 20 what?
25th.
25th.
25th. Hang on. I'll check my social calendar. I'll get back to you.
All right.
All right. So let's
So
move.
let's move on.
Let's move on. Let's talk a little New Japan because they had some pretty cool business going on this past weekend.
They got a lot of business going on.
Yeah. Number one, you can see the T-shirt. We have a
Right.
new IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, the Switchblade Jay White,
Yep.
who, and I don't know if you agree with me on this, Minderz. I don't think there's anybody hotter right now in the business than Jay White.
Here's the thing, and I'll be completely honest. I don't follow New Japan as much as I should, but from what I've seen, I've been impressed with what he does. So if I'm impressed with what he does, it's okay with me. But here's the thing. New Japan, I was more interested in what Zack Sabre Jr. said.
Okay. And let's get into that because Zack Sabre Jr. he made a challenge. I'm assuming it was for Forbidden Door.
I'm assuming
And-
whether it does or not. But
And if this gets accepted, then I'm going to be a happy boy because he has called out the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson. And if you like just straight grappling and hold for hold technical wrestling, that would be a wrestling fan's wet dream. It's
well,
just,
I feel like you're a lot of who I am, which is a wrestling purist.
right.
So the more wrestling we can see,
I love the pure technical wrestling. I love the strong style wrestling.
yes.
So that's why I love New Japan. He always calls me a WWE loyalist. I'm more of a New Japan loyalist than anything.
It's not.
You're more of a I don't like AEW loyalist.
That is not true.
It's not even that because even when it
Come
comes
on, man. I can't keep the heat flying if you keep disagreeing. God
to, I
damn.
will disagree.
This
with
is
you.
the heat right here, baby. But
No, there's a part of me though that you have the Briscoes.
mhm.
And as much as I want them to be on
Love the
AEW, we
Briscoes.
know they're going to be on ROH or Impact, whichever.
I think they're staying with Impact,
And that's fine.
but they're getting some time on Impact.
They're great.
Yeah, best tag team in the world.
They are. They're so good.
But so with Forbidden Door coming up, Paige had made a challenge for the IWGP title when Okada was the champion.
Right.
Jay has said he's not putting the belt on the line against Paige.
Okay.
I'm afraid that's going to lead to a three-way with the three of them, and that makes me worry that Jay's going to drop the belt back to Okada. Because I mean, Jay had a title run about 2019,
Okay.
before Madison Square Garden. He only held it for 2 months.
Well, let me ask this: is New Japan the promotion that will drop something quickly? Because, in my opinion, AEW is one of those promotions that if you get a title, you're going to hold it for a while.
That's true, and New Japan usually is the same way, but every now and then they'll do a quick transitional championship. Like Tanahashi held it for a month or 2 weeks.
As long as they can tell a story to where
Sure.
it means something,
But
I'm okay with it.
But I think Jay White, he really has legs right now as the world champion. He could really have a significant run as the top heel in the company.
Then he needs to keep it.
He's the leader of the Bullet Club, which has really had a resurgence last few weeks.
Right.
Anderson Gallows back in Japan. So, so that's going on there. So it remains to be seen what's going to happen.
We're going to read a couple novels? Is that what you're telling me?
Right. So Tanahashi
Who's reading what?
I don't know. But Tanahashi won his play-in match, so to speak, for the interim AEW title this
Okay.
weekend. So he's got Moxley at the Forbidden Door pay-per-view for the interim championship.
Okay, I'm gonna back up a little bit.
Mhm.
You didn't know what I meant by reading a couple novels?
Books?
Obviously, you don't listen to Stone Cold Steve Austin's podcast.
It's been a while.
Him and Carl Anderson, Gallows,
Mhm.
they read a couple
Oh,
novels.
okay, I got you. I see.
Yeah,
I'm picking up what you're putting
exactly.
down.
Yeah.
But so that's going on there. There's not a whole lot else been announced for Forbidden Door.
There hasn't been, and I've noticed that.
I'm hoping that kind of picks up tomorrow on
I'm
Dynamite.
sure it probably will.
But one thing that did get announced, and this is exciting to me, Narge hates it. They announced the field for the G1 Climax tournament.
Okay.
It's 28 guys,
Okay.
4 blocks this year instead of 2.
Okay.
So it's a lot to take in.
It's a lot.
Yeah, but it's mostly the usual suspects, but there's a couple of people making debuts.
Any shockers?
Jonah,
Okay.
he's going to be in it. Tom Lawler's going to be in it this
Okay.
year. David Finley finally getting into the tournament. He's been kind of in the mid-card there.
Right.
Then El Phantasmo, who's put a little time in Impact, but he's been a junior heavyweight. He's moving up to heavyweight for this.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And other than that, not a whole lot of really shocking names in there. It's all the like
Gotcha.
Tanahashi, Okada, White, Naito, all those guys.
Gotcha.
So it's going to be I think it's going to be a fun tournament. I'll be keeping an eye on it, I'll try to keep the standings up on our Facebook page as they go.
Yeah, do that because I'm not 100% sure I'll watch it.
So there's something else I was going to bring up
Yes.
this week before we get to our top 10, but there's a lot of people hurt right now.
There are a lot of
I was
people hurt.
I was hoping Narge was going to be handy to discuss it, but I think we can do it without him.
Well, I'll try to fill in for Narge's footsteps, but I'm sure I can't. But I'll do
Okay.
my my best.
I'm just going to roll down a list of people across all the companies. And
Okay.
Just to put it in the scale how big this is. Omega's still out.
Right.
We don't know when he's coming back.
Right.
Punk just broke his foot, so he's going to be out for a few months. I guess he broke his foot doing that stupid fucking stage dive into the off the ramp.
Did he do it there, or did he do it when he jumped in?
I don't know.
Because there's been a debate when it happened, whether it was when he did the stage dive or if he did it when he went off the top rope.
I like to think it was the stage dive, just because it's funnier.
It's funnier, but
Yeah.
I really hope it's the top rope.
Well, the top rope is more respectable.
It's more respectable.
Adam Cole is banged up right now. He hasn't been on for a couple weeks.
Okay.
Yes. I know you're not an Adam Cole fan.
No, I am an Adam Cole fan, which is the sad part is that I look at the way he's being used and I understand the way he's being used. But I have a lot more of a storyline, but it's not going to matter until Omega comes back.
Well, yeah, I think I know where you're going, and it kind of writes itself.
It does. It does write itself, but is it going to happen?
Probably eventually. I think Tony would see it
You
right in
think?
front of his face.
You think?
If I think it'll happen.
I hope it does.
The question is, will he do it right?
Probably not. I'm being honest. He probably won't do it right.
All right, so keep going. Bryan
Yep.
Danielson, I guess, is banged up right now. I think it's is it his knee or is it rib? I think it wasn't going through the ramp at Rampage.
Yeah.
that wasn't the injury.
And here's the problem. This is where the anarchy in the arena.
Mhm.
That I rolled my eyes the entire time.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
Yeah.
So, all right, if you're dumb enough to get hurt, all
Well,
right,
it's not always a dumb
let's
thing.
deal with it.
Sometimes it's a freak accident. You never know.
Which I understand. What?
I don't know.
But keeping going, Anthony
Yep.
Bowens from the Acclaimed had a knee surgery, so he's out for a while. And
Well,
he's
yeah,
a guy.
we knew that.
He's a guy I really like, though. You could take him out of the Acclaimed; he would be a big deal as a
I'm
single.
just straight up. I love the Acclaimed.
I'm not a fan of Max Caster.
Oh, I love the Acclaimed.
As a white guy with a little bit of rhythm, he's got no flow. He's not a good rapper. And now he's running around with the Ass Boys. It's just
Well, but I have no comment about the Ass Boys
oh,
because
boy.
I have beef with Billy.
I've heard about that because of 0-1.
Yeah, I have beef with Billy.
The Billy Beef. All right, we'll let that go. Orange Cassidy shoulder injury, so he's out for a while.
How long is he out? Because he's been out for a minute.
He's been out since Revolution, I think.
Yeah.
So he should be coming back pretty soon, but I don't know
You
when.
would think.
You would think so. Scorpio Sky, I guess, he tweaked something in his groin at the pay-per-view.
Yep. I saw that.
And he's the TNT champion, so that could be interesting.
He pulled the big muscle.
I guess so. Well, I don't know how big it is. I never met the guy.
Do you think
He thinks it's big.
Do you think they're going to do an interim with that, or do you think
I-
they're just going to move forward
I
as
don't-
long as he can?
I think it depends. I mean, we don't know how severe the injury is.
Right.
It might just be just a thing you needed to stay off it for a couple weeks.
And if he has to do that, then that's great.
Right. Because I think they're they want Wardlow to kill him,
But
take the belt off.
did
of
you
him.
see what the match is this week for Wardlow?
I did not.
It's Wardlow versus 20 security
Oh yes, the 20
guards.
security guards. I saw that.
I'm not gonna lie.
Tony
there's-
jumped the shark.
There's a part of me that wonders if I'm gonna know some of the 20 security guards. Exactly. Dear God, please no.
Okay, we talked about Cody earlier. Torn
We
Pec.
did.
He'll be out for a few months. Bailey, we're waiting on Bailey. She should be back anytime.
She should be back anytime.
Bailey's good.
Yeah, Bailey's very good. Charlotte's
I have
not.
a question. Do you think she will come back during the Rhea Bianca match?
I would like to see her wait till their feud runs its course.
I honestly think she's going to come back at SummerSlam.
I'm.
That would be ideal.
Yeah, that makes sense. Rhea and Bianca have a match at Money in the Bank, then have a rematch at SummerSlam.
Who
then
do you
Bailey
think
comes
is
back
going to win,
afterwards.
though? I mean, do you think Bianca's going to hold it? Or do you think they need to build the strength of Judgment Day?
I
Because
could
if
easily-
they don't have a belt,
I
they're
could-
not.
I could
anything.
easily see Rhea winning the title.
I
just
hope
to really
she
put
does.
some steam behind that group, like you said.
I think she needs to.
Yeah. Charlotte's not hurt, but she took time off. She got married. I guess they're having an extended honeymoon in Mexico.
Whatever.
So congratulations to them.
Congrats.
And then, of course, the big one, Big E, is still out. He got the neck brace off. Though.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did you see that?
Yeah, that's big. So hopefully
That
he's
is
on the
big news.
road to recovery and he'll be back soon.
I really hope Biggie comes back, but the problem is that he's such a face, and I miss the Biggie 5 count.
I do too. I loved NXT Biggie. He was
I
fun.
did love NXT Biggie.
Because he was like a legit
He was a badass.
powerful motherfucker.
Yeah, he was.
He's a big badass.
He really is. But all right, so yeah, that's where the companies are hurting. And then of course we got Jeff Hardy. We talked about him at the top of the show.
Okay, but there's one person you didn't mention. And
Who's
it's
that?
not that he's hurt, but what did you think of the pipe bomb?
Oh, MJF.
Yep.
It was good. I thought he was trying a little too hard to be edgy, calling Tony a fucking mark on live TV.
I heard there's a lot of discord.
I gotta
Yeah,
disagree.
Time Warner-
I think what he's doing is brilliant.
Didn't Time Warner say, "Hey, what the fuck, dude"?
Pretty much. I
Well,
think
they shut him off, yeah. But I think what he's
I
doing
think it's
right
a-
now is brilliant.
I think
So you think it's a work?
I think it's a work.
You think the entire production company
No, no.
and the network
No, no,
are
no.
involved in the work?
I think it's a work, but Time Warner doesn't know it's a work.
Oh,
I think they got
so
suckered in like
so
everybody.
the guys that are paying the real paychecks don't know shit,
Right.
but it's a work. Well,
That's-
when I say that I think Captain fucking America didn't tear a muscle, you think I'm wrong.
Yep.
Yes.
Really?
That's it. Because it's the same problem WCW had. Time Warner was in charge there, and they didn't know shit about wrestling, and then
Is
they
it
ran that company into the ground.
Is it terrible that I wanted MJF to read the letter that they got from the network?
Oh, that would have been great.
That would have been awesome.
I would love that if you would just storm the
Apparently,
ring.
I
with
have
it.
been fired because I'm
no.
full of shit.
Marco has no
No,
idea what we're talking
You
about.
were a valuable asset to this program, Marco. Just
You are.
You have a lot
but,
to learn.
But there's a lot to learn. Redmond and I are
Young
both like,
Padawan.
Redmond and I both understand that when DX ran their shit and then was like, hey, we're going to just read this. And it was the best ever.
If MJF comes out on Dynamite tomorrow, we're going to hear this.
I'm sorry. MJF is.
Was that a vibrator with a low battery?
Oh my God. No, but in my opinion. In my
Some
opinion,
high intensity operations now.
in my opinion, MJF is brilliant. Because here's the thing, he's proven that he can put himself over no matter where he's at.
I think he's great. I don't think he's a great heel because too many people are cheering for him. If he's insulting people, they shouldn't be laughing. They should
How
be
many
booing him.
people are Jake Roberts fans? How many people were Jake Roberts fans when he was a heel?
Same deal. They
Jake
weren't laughing at him,
the
though.
Snake Roberts?
They were thinking.
I was always
Jake
a
is
fan of
heel.
him. You know why? Because any guy that can go by the nickname the Snake is fucking awesome.
See, the thing
Right.
is, when Jake would do promos, people weren't laughing at Jake. They were thinking.
I know, but I think there's a difference between people that
They were looking for exterminators. Don't kid yourself.
No, I think there's a difference between people that get what the business is about and understand that you have a heel, you have a face. But I feel like MJF, if he's making you hate him, he deserves all the credit in the world.
Here's the thing. It feels like people are hating him just because it's part of the show. There were heels back in the day that you wanted to kill them. And rip
Oh,
them
I
apart.
know.
Like, you look at your friggin' Jim Cornette card.
I was
you know?
going to say, I'm a
But
Jim Cornette
None of you
friend.
people have realized yet that MJF is just the heel version of Michael J. Fox.
What?
What?
Oh, that's ridiculous. But
Wait, where did that come from?
MJF, Michael J. Fox.
Okay, gotcha.
Minderz, 1/2 pint down.
Shut up. But no, I'm just saying. No, I'm just saying though. If you hate MJF, you should hate MJF.
Yeah, but if you're going to laugh at him, then
No,
You can't boo him.
I don't though.
here's the thing. A good heel will get booed in his hometown.
You're right.
MJF did not get booed in Long Island.
But here's the thing. Does a good heel get booed in his hometown, or does a good heel get loved in his hometown and booed in every other town he goes to?
Nah, a good heel gets booed everywhere. That's just my opinion.
That is your opinion. I agree.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying, but I'm
Right.
just saying from my opinion. All right,
I'm
let's
sure
move
people.
on.
I'm sure people will disagree with me, but that's all right. So we got a little bit of time left. I think we should get into our top 10 Tuesday.
We have
All right.
7 minutes
It's
to go
the-
through 10 items.
It's the most loved part of the show, I think, by me. And Narj,
Only because he's the guy that comes up with the top 10,
All right,
and the rest of us disagree.
and Narj isn't here to disagree with me this week.
Oh, no. Minderz is. And
Narj,
watch
I'll
this.
try my best to
Minderz is
disagree.
going to wreck your shit.
I will try my
All
best
right.
to
Go ahead.
disagree.
What is the
But
top
let me-
10 list this week?
All right.
What is it?
Let me just say this first
Shoot.
before we go there.
You
got-
Okay.
Shut up, Marco. You got
That's 7, right? Oh, 6.
I got
Only
6.
6. We got one more to go.
All right. So we've got who do you have coming up in 2 weeks?
2 weeks, we have Camaro Jackson, the 0-1 heavyweight champion.
All right.
he's
So
gonna be
I'm
calling.
not going to be in studio.
No, we will have Kyle Reed for that one, I think.
All right, cool. So Marco. He's having a moment.
Yes, ma'am.
Can I call in on the Zoom line?
I
I
mean,
don't
you
know,
can
can
try,
you?
but I can't tell you the technical problems that we had today will go away. I don't know.
Well, that's fine.
That's kind of fucked up, but yeah,
but
you
I
can
feel
call
like
in.
I should call in on the Zoom line.
Sure, of course. Why
All
not?
right, cool.
It's a public thing. You
Yeah.
can do whatever you want.
You
I
are
may or
our-
may not unmute you.
You're our go-to 0-1 person, so...
And that's the thing, because after next week, we should have had the next 0-1 show.
yeah,
So he may or may not still be
So-
champion.
so you'll have to call and talk about the show anyway.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, well,
yeah,
hell.
we'll shoot
All
for that.
right, let's go.
All
Let's
right.
move on to our top 10.
Top 10 Tuesday. Our topic this week, top 10 foreign objects with the caveat associated with a professional wrestler.
I have front and back.
Those foreign objects is so sexy.
Well, all right, so we'll see what you have to say. And I've got a couple things I might throw in.
Oh my.
Dear Lord.
All right, so I'm going to start number 10. I've got Triple H's sledgehammer at number 10.
Okay. I had that on my list.
It's when he pulled that hammer out from under the ring or behind the table, people knew shit was
You knew
happening.
it was going to happen.
Yeah. They kind of overused it a little bit. It like eventually
They did, but they didn't
Right.
because that was supposed to be established with what he was
Mhm.
doing.
But like later on when he was the COO and he would come out for like when fighting Brock or whoever, and he pulled that, he had the hammer with him. You knew it was going to be
But
It'll
when he
be
was
fun.
doing it at that point, then it was just a spectacle.
right. No headshots, all that stuff. But
Okay.
all right, number 9, I've got William Regal's brass knuckles.
Yep.
The power
I
of
had
the
that
punch.
on my list. I had that on my list.
He was so good because he was so proper about it.
He was. It was great.
My favorite thing is when the referee would search him and find them, then he'd have another pair like in the turnbuckle or something that he'd pull out and use anyway.
Well, where the fuck did these come from?
He had no idea.
he was a crafty
He
Englishman.
was very crafty.
Still is. In the,
I
in
didn't
AEW.
do it. Nobody saw me do it. Can't prove anything.
Sounds
All
like
right.
Bart Simpson. All right, number 8. I've got, well, it's a tie between 3 people, but it's the same object. Freddie Blassie, Slick, and Mr. Fuji's cane.
Okay.
It's a kind of a staple of
I-
good managers back in the day. They
Yeah,
have their walking stick.
I put Kane as one thing with everybody.
Right. Speaking of canes, number 7, I've got the Singapore cane of the Sandman, ECW.
All right. Yeah.
Narge will be furious. It's not at least number 3.
Well, he can.
You can
He's
suck an
not
egg.
here, so
Suck an egg, Narge.
you're not
kidding.
here.
I'm kidding. All right, number 6, I've got Terry Funk's branding iron.
I had that on my list.
That's good stuff. When Jimmy got branded on the butt by JYD on
Yep.
main event. Number 5, I've got the golden spike of Kevin Sullivan.
Okay.
The big railroad spike he used to carry in his boot.
I'll be straight up. I didn't have that on my list.
Somewhere Keith Gibson will be
But-
smiling. So
but
will
I
Narge.
I had a lot of stuff on my list that I wasn't 100% sure would be considered a foreign object. So
We will dissect that after we're done with this list. here.
Okay.
But yeah, Narge actually has a picture with Kevin Sullivan and the golden spike from one of the fan fests he went to, which is
do you
pretty
know
cool.
there's an independent wrestler that does a silver spike?
I did not.
Ace Perry.
Oh, there you go. Nice.
Yep.
Ace. All right. So number 4,
Mm-hmm.
I've got the cellular telephone of one Paul E. Dangerously.
Yep.
The big Zach Morris phone.
Yep.
Or before that, it was just a cordless phone from somebody's house. With the
But the
retractable-
Zach Morris makes it more relevant.
It was the Zach Morris.
The Zach Morris makes it more relevant.
Also a more effective blunt object.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he would use that. He'd whack people in the back of the head with it.
I will beat you to death with my bag phone, motherfucker.
I wish he had a bag phone instead of a cell phone. That would have
A
been
bag phone was a cell phone.
No,
the
it
brick
was-
phone.
Do you
Oh,
re-
okay, yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, those were second
seriously-
gen. First
Yeah.
was here's a bag, here's a handset, take the entire fucking piece of luggage.
Right.
Now it's like,
Yeah.
now I have this phone. And then it was like, now I have this phone. And they kept getting smaller till you had no phone.
Right. Then he had like that.
Oh, clamshell this, motherfucker.
I'm
All
gonna
right.
see what all you say, and then I'll add the ones that are memorable mentioned.
All right. Number 3, I got Big Boss Man's nightstick.
No, all right. I had in my list. I had the handcuffs and the nightstick.
They had the whole
I
accoutrements
had the
of
whole deal,
Okay. Well, the nightstick is what he used
which I
for
understand,
the
but
whacking, you know.
nah.
All right. Number 2, I got Hacksaw. Got the 2x4.
Okay, I had that too, but I also had a
You mean Hacksaw Jim Dugan?
Duggan. Yes.
Duggan?
Two
Dugan?
Gs.
I'm sorry.
2 G's. Duggan.
I spelled it wrong. I said it wrong, but I meant the right guy.
But with that, I had Abyss with his 2x4.
Oh, Janice? The
Yes.
2x4 with the nails in it?
Yes.
Yeah, that was pretty intense. I remember that.
Okay,
I almost put Balls Mahoney's chair on here.
no, all right.
Just because that one he had painted
well, but
up.
it's a
and-
chair though.
But he painted it with his name and the logos and everything.
I
on
get it,
It was very
but-
much part of his character.
All right. So
But because it's a chair, I
I've,
didn't put
I've
on the
got a
list.
lot to add to the honorable mention.
Oh, yeah. There's plenty for honorable mentions. But now it is time for our number 1, Marco, and it is
It better
For-
be The Rock or Hulk Hogan.
for all the card-carrying members of the Cult of Cornet, it
A
is
tennis
the tennis racket. with sometimes with a horseshoe in it.
Yep.
Because they were actual riots in the South where he worked at, and he would need it to whack people.
I love the
He,
fact that
he,
Mark-
he would interlace a horseshoe in his tennis racket.
No,
Yeah,
I
the
love the
tennis
fact.
racket-
Oh,
The tennis racket had the cover on it,
okay.
so he put the horseshoe in the
Inside
tennis
the
racket.
cover.
Right.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like did the intricate work of threading the fucking. Oh my god, that'd been brilliant.
No, here's the thing. So I love the fact that when you said that, he looked at us completely confused.
Uh-huh. You know, as a side note, I went to IWA Mid-South King of the Death Match in 2008, and they have the fans bring the weapons matches.
Right.
I bought
Did you
a
bring
cheap.
Legos?
I bought a cheap tennis racket at Walmart,
Oh, okay.
and I wrapped it in barbed wire.
Oh, that's great. What? Okay.
I went to Tractor Supply, bought a 40-pound spool of barbed wire, which may still be in the pole barn in Muncie, Illinois to this day. And I just wrapped the thing. My grandpa thought I was nuts because my friend and I were gimmicking our weapons in my driveway before we left with barbed wire and tacks and all this stuff. And yeah, he didn't know what to. He just looked at me and then walked back to his house.
All right. So I have a lot of honorable mentions.
Minders, what are your honorable mentions?
Are they really honorable or are they closer to dishonorable?
They're probably dishonorable.
It
depends There we on your go.
outlook.
honesty.
We
But
just
I
want to be
had-
clear.
I had Arrogance.
Arrogance
by Rick
is-
the Model Martel
that's
because
a
he
good
always
one.
sprayed it in everybody's face.
You could also work in Adrian Adonis's perfume.
Yeah. Mhm.
Adonis?
Adrian Adonis.
And here's the
Adonis?
thing, because I even put a guitar, just for the simple fact you had JJ, you had Jeff
Double J,
Jarrett,
yeah.
and then you had
Honky.
Honky Tonk Man,
Yeah, that'd work.
and I also had Al Snow with head.
Yeah.
That was Mark.
Um,
That was Mark again.
You could also have Pierre for Al Snow, too. The
Right.
moose head.
El Piara.
then I had a Raven with the shopping cart. Regardless, it was always a shopping
The
cart.
Cart O Plunder from the hardcore division.
Exactly. I threw up Duke the drums dumpster Drosy just for the simple fact he always carried out his trash can.
Okay.
I actually had MJF's ring.
Yeah. That makes
I
it's
had
one object.
MJF's ring.
Yeah.
MJF's ring?
The Dynamite Diamond ring he won in the
Okay.
Battle Royal the last
Yep.
3 years.
Because that'll split an eye open.
It's a big old
Yeah.
friggin' championship ring. So
And Brutus barbecue beef cake.
Uh-huh.
His clippers.
okay.
Um,
You could throw his whole barber's kit in there too. 'Cause-
that was the thing. I didn't know if I could include Mist.
Hang on.
Can I include Mist?
like the poison mist. Like
Yeah. Like Muda?
it's not really
Like
an
the Great
object.
Muda?
It's not really an object.
Okay. And that was my thing.
If I had a list of cheating tactics, I'd be right up there.
Well, yeah, but yes, Marco, what'd you
No,
say?
no, go
He's
ahead.
agreeing.
Keep going.
We're
Keep
good.
going.
Okay. Here's my biggest thing. Abdullah the Butcher with his fork.
That's a good one. That almost
Dwayne
that
Carter.
almost made my list.
Dwayne Carter just won the match.
Oh, did Dwayne say that?
He
he
literally
say that?
said after your fucking shit, he said, "No Abdullah the Butcher and his fork."
Abby's fork
Okay.
almost made it onto my list.
And I'm not going to
Minderz
lie.
wins.
That
Mark,
was-
you lose. We're done here. Minderz, you are now the main host of
No!
Jumping the Rail.
No,
Well, it was a
please.
good run.
But,
You almost made it a full fucking year.
Almost.
That's longer than most WWE title belts.
There were there
You're
were
right.
other ones that I almost
I
had.
had Skateboard by Darby. I
Okay.
did have the Skateboard by Darby.
I did
and I
almost-
had the Megaphone by Jimmy Hart.
That's a good
Hey,
one
the
too.
skateboard was
I almost
Avril
put her-
Lavigne playing Skaterboy in the
No,
background.
no,
I almost-
Then it
shut up,
sucked,
Marco.
It sucked. It
That's
sucked.
lucky 7. But I almost put Hercules' chain on there too.
I put JYD's chain.
He didn't use it as a weapon though. He just wore it to the ring. But
Let me see.
chain,
let me
you know.
let me run through
Shane
this
Douglas.
real quick and make sure that I had the Brood's Bloodbath on here.
Okay.
I did have that on here. I did have the Sledgehammer by Triple H.
Mhm.
The Shock Stick by the Monty.
Oh, the Mountie, not the
Ow,
Monty.
Sorry.
Not
I
Montgomery Cliff.
said it wrong.
You
My
do not know
bad.
shit about Canadians?
Nope. Let's see. Terry Funk, Brittany, cell phone, Polly, Sacco. I had Sacco on here.
Sacco's a good one.
And I had the
Miss
urn.
Mick Foley's sock puppet. The urn
I
is a very
did
good one.
have the urn. Yeah.
Hey,
that-
Dwayne, just so if you're listening, Mark Redmond owes you one shot at your birthday party, no matter where it is, because he
I'll-
missed Abdullah
I'll
the
cash app
Butcher.
him.
No, Abdullah with the fork is that's
classic.
childhood.
That's like history.
That's childhood.
There's something to be said for Mick Foley's barbed wire baseball bat.
You say it's childhood. I say it was my mid-20s.
No, but I'm not that far off. I don't know why you say that
Yeah,
because I'm
there's
really
so
not
much
that
younger.
far off.
There are so many good weapons. Stevie Ray's slapjack. The
Right.
you know the big the rubber. What's it
Well, that
called
was the
with
thing that I started going through all my memories. And I
Yeah.
was like, and that's where I came up with like the model's arrogance.
Yeah,
How often do you come? Yeah.
yeah. He blinded Jake the Snake with that. So I think that was a good list. Plenty of good honorable mentions there. But it's about that time, Marco. We're gonna start to say goodbye. So I'm gonna go ahead and thank Minderz for helping us out in Narja's absence.
Fucking awesome.
I tried.
Oh, you did fine. We will have Narj back for
Wait,
the.
did you say your brother though enjoyed me
My
being
brother
on
said
the show?
my brother said you need more time on the show.
Aw,
Yes, Minderz. His
thank
brother
you.
said he enjoys you.
He did.
Shut
he
up, Marco.
He is also a fan of
That's
Dwayne.
got to be at least 7 or 8 or 9.
That's
I don't know.
8.
Where's that?
I think.
8? Okay.
But he is also a fan of Dwayne.
Oh
is-
dear
He
God.
is. You
Wait,
and Dwayne.
I want to be. No.
You and Dwayne are shoulder to shoulder right now.
Hush.
But so
I just
Minderz-
do the facts.
If you go to 01 shows in Mattoon, odds are you're going to see Minderz there.
More. Yeah.
yeah.
I don't miss many shows.
She'll be supporting the flock very heavily.
Usually wearing her Jumping the Rail T-shirt to various shows. here.
Or whatever shirt she's wearing that
that's
day.
what I'm going to be wearing.
What she
No, wait.
always wears, what Minderz always wears is a good attitude.
That's true.
I know what I'm going to wear. I'm going to wear a Matt Fidget shirt every time. Okay, don't spit that Pepsi out.
I thought you were going to say a CMC shirt.
Oh. Although he does have some pretty cool shirts.
Right.
But
So,
Minderz, you should get a
CMC,
jumping the
I
rail.
adore you, but no.
all right.
I
so,
think Minderz should get a jumping the rail pride shirt and wear it everywhere for the next 3
You
months.
do realize I have 2 Jumping the Rail shirts already, right?
Do
Just
any
2?
of them say pride?
I do.
we have 11.
You have 2? Hey,
have
oh, hang on,
2.
man. Hang on. This is our best customer. We
That's
should
true.
not offend her.
I got 2.
That's true.
I got one that says "This is still real to me, damn it,"
Yeah.
and then
nice.
I have
The logo.
and then I have the
The logo from the
the
swag bag.
Marco one.
The
yeah.
logo short. Yeah, I mean, the logo's
We
the
have to get to the
logo.
Narjamania shirt or the Pride shirt or.
Wait till
I-
you see
I'm not gonna
the
lie.
Tequila
I'm-
Nard shirt I've been working on.
I've already seen it. Well, I've seen what I thought it was going to be, but apparently
No.
not. Okay, so I have thought about getting the Pride shirt.
Okay.
I have thought about it, but we gotta wait till I get paid again.
Sure. Oh, that's.
You know what?
You know how
Story
We're
of my
not
life.
gonna
That's
gonna
a
take it down from the store until you get paid.
It'll
Aw,
probably
that's
stay.
sweet of ya.
It'll probably just stay up regardless.
You think?
I think.
We should just leave it up there.
I think we just
No,
leave it up
I
there.
think it's great. I think it's amazing. I really do think it's great
But,
that you're supporting all of it.
Pass that along to Effie and all
Yeah.
of the LGBTQ wrestlers. out
And I
there.
do again want to apologize that you were talking about. I think it was Max or somebody else. They that when you
Max
were talking about
Impaler is
when you
they.
were talking about when you were talking about they, I was
They.
hearing the combination of two people, and thinking they were the two people. I didn't realize there was a definition difference between them. That's all.
I'm gonna say this. It's and that's just because of my age and everything. I struggle with the whole they them, but
I'm
you
older
know what?
and I struggle worse.
I do what I can.
Yeah, no, I'm
and
100%.
And this is the reason that I usually just call them by name,
Yep.
so that way I don't have to worry about it.
Right. But when you were talking earlier,
Mhm.
I was hearing there was these two people against our guest Rain, and when you said they, I assumed they were them.
But it was a triple threat match.
Right.
But he thought the
Two
they
people,
was
one
plural.
person. They was plural.
was-
I wasn't hearing it they singular like you
Okay.
said it.
But
That was what I was saying.
It was
That's why I apologize.
it
That
was-
was not what I was hearing. I was hearing two people going they instead of they and she are them. That's all. Yeah.
But so Max is amazing, and they are the most disturbing in the most important way possible. And then you have Chelsea Durden. And
Right.
usually when you get a triple threat, you get Chelsea Durden, Max, and Rain. And it's great. It's always great.
All right. So
It's a good show.
to
It's always a
start
good
closing
show.
out this show, we're gonna go video live for a moment.
All right,
right.
cool.
2,
So
3.
quick plugs.
Can you see us all? I hope so. Fuck you, people.
All right.
Hang on.
we
Minderz, you
cheersing?
start. No, Minderz, you start with the bottle. You're the guest.
Oh.
Start with the bottle.
All
There we
right.
go.
As we're
Me and
passing the
Tequila
bottle,
never gets
Make
along.
sure the camera sees the Terramana.
as we're passing
sees
the
it,
bottle
it sees
around,
it,
I'm
it
going to
sees
get our plugs in. Get us
Go.
on Facebook, Jumping the Rail, Instagram at Jumping the Rail, Twitter at JTR Pod, ProWrestlingTees.com/JTR Pod. Get any of our t-shirts we have available. We just got the red Narjamania shirt up last week. We got the new Pride shirt.
And the yellow one.
And the yellow one too. And then all our other cool stuff that we got. So then, like I said, 01 will be there May June 25th.
Yeah.
He's going back in time.
I'm
June
having a
25th,
moment.
I'll be talking with our man Marvin Moser after the show's over. That'll be going up on our YouTube channel, also Jumping the Rail. You'll get our all of our podcasts are on there. My unboxing videos are on there.
I'm
if
sorry,
you
you're
wanna
going to
see
deal
my
with
ugly
me
mug.
at the Marvin.
And August 9th,
Video.
you better tune in because that might be the
Yep.
best episode we've ever done. It's our 1-year anniversary, and we're going to be lit before we show up.
We hope. I'm gonna see if I can get vacation that week, so I don't have to worry about it.
He's going to need it, trust
He
me.
gonna need it.
So until next episode with Camaro Jackson, with Kyle Reed and Narge coming back. Narge, we missed you, buddy. We'll see you in a couple weeks.
Sorry, Nards. I tried to fill your seat.
Thank you to Minderz.
Why did I just get muted?
And we will see you guys in 2 weeks.
Sorry, Nards. I tried.